Welcome to Beyond the Realms, episode 16.
Woo,
Keep on rolling on. It is so lovely to see each and every one of you in the chat. Been really, really looking forward to tonight's session, so we hope you enjoy it as much as I will. So, right off the bat, guys, hey, subscribers, are you subscribers? Well, maybe you should be one of them subscribers because we recently did a really cool thing where during the break, we're going to hold a little contest in our chat screen to allow one of our subscribers to be able to be picked to be a part of a one-shot that we are organizing where I am going to be the DM. We already had one winner from last week in there, Cillian21, I want to say his name.
Right. It's Fox.
Nice.
You're right.
So yeah, guys. So when we go to the break screen, just look out for that prompt. We'll give you a keyword to put in there, and you'll be able to play a game of D&D with me soon. So that'll be really fun. Also, we've got some, as we have been lately, getting a lot of really sick artwork from you guys. Some commissioned, some from the viewers, and tonight we want to share with you a really awesome piece that was done for Toon, played by the amazing Griffin D over here. Griffin, do you want to take away this one for a minute?
Yeah, so I had a fantastic and lovely follower on Instagram offer to make some artwork for me, which I didn't realize until after the fact. It was hilarious because I was looking over this picture, and I used to play World of Warcraft, and I had not a druid, but a Mistweaver monk, which is like almost the same thing. And this is basically the armor set that they used. They based it off of something in the game, and they made it for my character, and they didn't know, and I didn't know, and then I saw it, and I was like, oh my God. So I absolutely love this artwork, especially because he looks
dope.
He looks feral. He looks a little bit, not like feral, but feral in the other thing.
I'm right here.
Wow.
That is awesome. Yeah, they did a fantastic job. So thank you so much. I think I got the name here. Bella the Fabulous. Bella _ the _ fabulous on Instagram. Thank you so very much.
Flowers.
Yeah, they got flowers. They've got all kinds of great details
awesome.
in here with the staff and the skull on top. It is great. The runes, the tusks, all superb. I don't know if they do commissions. I don't know if this is just like a fun one-off thing, but hey, maybe hit them up on Instagram. Maybe they'll do a commission for you if you want to.
Wow.
So we really appreciate that, everyone. If you want to send us fan art, please tag us. Send us your stuff. We will be happy to share it on all the socials over here. Couple little more quick things. Pokemon Nuzlocke. I think I mentioned this last week that we are going to be adding a fun Pokemon Nuzlocke day stream here on Tuesdays. I had a little bit of a blip. An artist that was working on a custom layout for the channel, he had to duck out for personal reasons, which is all right. Got a new artist working on a new layout that I'm really stoked about. So look out for that next Tuesday. I think we're going to start like 11 a.m. noon PST. To do those. So, and I've never played any of them past red, blue, yellow. So that's going to be really fun for me to go through all those different games and do Nuzlocke runs. So stay tuned for that. What else? Oh, and if you want, we're going to start trying to rally the community, try to get more eyes on these streams. I want to see if I can hit a goal of us maybe getting, I don't know, let's say 100 live viewers by June. Let's say.
That would be nuts.
So that's possible, though.
That is totally possible, and I am very
just going for it, just hitting it, bullseye.
Say if we hit 100, I'll show up as Feral in cosplay.
If we hit 100 viewers, we'll all join in some sort of cosplay.
I'd be down for that.
I'll wear a bikini.
Wow.
You guys want to see Griffin in a bikini? 100 viewers.
Anyone hear that? Griffin in a bikini, everyone. So if you want, tweet about the episode, share it on stories, get people, let the word out that we are streaming right now, that we've got some delicious, flavorful TTRPG.
Tag us in those posts.
Yes, tag us in the posts. We'll definitely reshare every single one. Yeah. So I think that is everything out of the way, everyone.
Let's do some wrestling.
Yep.
Let us dive in, as we do each and every week, to tonight's session of Beyond the Realms. So, last we left off, oh boy, did a lot of fucking shit go down. So, the party, having seemingly split themselves to run a few errands, check up on a few people, get a few things done before attending tonight's wrestling tournament being held in here in Bryn Shander and Icewind Dale. Some very interesting things took place. One half with Rhaenyra and Farrell trying to just, do a simple thing. Just trying to do a simple thing. And that was to try to sell Fiend's Staff of Charming that he had made to look triple the amount it was worth, double the amount it was worth, with a spell made look gold and with encrusted with jewels and everything. And at this point, this staff, by this look, was probably around worth 37,000 gold. Instead of going to a normal shop, they were very insistent on finding some crooked, shady people that maybe they could make some sweet coin with, and kind of boost up their chances of getting rid of this thing. So, with some very high checks, they actually did stumble upon a secret speakeasy that was hidden down this mine shaft that was created underneath Bryn Shander. You guys entered into this speakeasy, and there was just a bevy of seedy-looking creatures in here, orcs, goblins, elves, all kinds. And with Rhaenyra putting herself at a table, Farrell transformed into a raven, sitting on the shoulder, pecking everyone in sight. Seemingly just went for it, rolled that die, and unfortunately lost everything. Lost the staff to the house, but did, in fact, try to do double or nothing on the next bet, which you bet your cloak of the manta. And you did win that bet, won that bet back plus double. So you wound up walking away with 10K, but lost 37K and Fiend's staff. Then the other half of this hilarious shenanigans were the boys going to take on a task set by Sam Kinnison, who I was asking you to check up an old friend of his that was working on a device that may be able to fix this never-ending winter that Ariel the Frostmaiden has put on into Icewind Dale currently. And in exchange, he would give you information on a location of how to get to Asgard, which has been your main goal for these past few weeks. So, following his lead on a map, you went out to this random sort of dilapidated cabin on the outskirts of the area. You went in, checked it. Toon took his sweet-ass time to rip up the whole entire roof of the cabin. You went inside and found this sort of gyroscope on the floor. And as soon as you lifted that thing up in the air, this immense radiant blast took place, vaporizing Fiend instantly. The party was devastated. They thought their friend was gone, but in fact, the device held Fiend's soul on the ethereal plane where he met the gnome friend that Sam was sending you to find, MacLeod, and he then instructed you and helped the party and how to fix the device to get it back to its normal way of existing. And and then as that happened, as you fixed the device with their help, the sun god came out from the sky to whisk the gnome's soul back into the heavens, but allowed Fiend to come back into the material plane fully whole. Even his broken horn that was broken off was back all in its glory. So, everyone, there's a lot to catch up on. With all that out of the way, we are going to pick up with, and I did forget this last bit of information. As Toon set off with Fiend and Tarek away from the cabin back to Bryn Shander, Toon, you had rolled a high perception. You looked down on the ground and you noticed this frozen zombie-like body of that villager that was sacrificed for Ariel the Frostmaiden. Sugar Bear was looking up at you as you flew away in your giant eagle form. So with Tarek riding on your back, Fiend in your claw, flying towards Bryn Shander, we're going to pick up with you guys, just sort of soaring through the sky, making your way back to Bryn Shander. If this was a time where Tark and Fiend maybe wanted to try to converse through travel, this would be the time to do that. But if you would rather not, we can just blip back to Ramira and Farrell for the moment.
I think that I am just like gritting my teeth because one is it's probably cold on the underside of Toon, Eagle Toon, and two, I am so focused on just getting back in time. Like my carriage is about to turn into a pumpkin.
Yeah, and if you remember when Lathander, that was the name of the sun god, allowed you to come back into existence, there was this feeling of just renewed, like just wholesome, like you just felt good. You felt really, really good. A lot of the problems and tribulations that you'd gone through that had been kind of wearing you down seemingly kind of melted away. It kind of feels like you got like a new lease on life a little bit. Right. But with you all going through the winter sky, yeah, Tark?
I was just going to say Tark's probably silent as well, kind of just trying to process what just happened. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's much talking going on. I think. Yeah, right, I think they're completely silent for completely different reasons.
Yeah, I'm a bird. I can't talk.
No, Griffin,
I would still be apologizing if I could, but I'm just gonna try and. I know he wants to wrestle, so I'm gonna make that happen.
I will say,
but I'm pretty sure he's saying I'm sorry.
I will say, since you left that black cabin, that cottage, like we've said, there is a never-ending winter surrounding Icewind Dale at the moment, courtesy of Ariel the Frost Maiden. There's never really, the sun is barely ever peeking out of the sky. It's always just kind of gray, cloudy, with varying degrees of freezing cold weather, snowfalls, blizzards, that kind of thing. But lately, as you've noticed, it hasn't been too insane, the weather. It's been fairly calm, still very cold, but bearable. Since you left that cottage, you've just noticed clouds kind of just slowly forming and gathering in the sky. And snow that's kind of been just lightly falling is starting to... Wind is getting picked up a bit more, and it is getting severely colder and colder, colder. But from there, we're going to pick up with our ladies, Ramira and Farrell. I believe when we last checked in with you, you had just gone to pick up your garments from the winter's warmth, I believe.
Yep. We picked them up and we're headed back to go check on the Chewingas and the Dryad.
Yeah, probably just feed them and get changed and look like people.
And look like people. Yeah, I know, because I was a raven all last game.
And I was a different people.
We were different people. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going back to the Northlook Inn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was our goal, to hurry up, get changed. We're expecting the guys back.
Yeah, so it's been a little bit of a while now. I think in this interim time, probably like 2 or so hours have gone by altogether since the start to the end.
Okay.
It took them like the travel time. Pardon me?
Oh, I was just gonna say, because we had agreed to meet up at 4:30.
Like around 4:30 before 5. Yeah,
okay.
The match was going to happen around 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Where it said that.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys go to the Northlook Inn to kind of recuperate. You easily have your keys to your rooms. You've just noticed kind of going through the town, it still has that kind of eerie, not barren by any means, but not very busy. It's just very quiet. But as you're kind of going along, you eventually make your way back to Northlook Inn. If you two wanted to chat inside your rooms or on the way there, this would be the time to do that. Otherwise, we can move on to what the boys are doing.
I think I'm going to get the Chewingas, the kids, for the lack of better words, the kids.
We have to take care of the kids.
If possible, maybe I'll put like a little bow, like little bow ties on them all. Like I'll cut little bow ties and right there. If they
Farrell
want.
will help Farewell.
If they want to wear them, I'll get the kids all dressed up for a little rest.
Bow ties.
So they would be in Fiend's room,
Yes.
sort of hanging out for the day. Do you have a key to Fiend's room?
The Chewingas and Hathawin have their own bedroom.
Yeah, we gave them the other room.
That's right. You did get an extra room for your finagling with
They
the
could probably unlock it from the
receptionist.
other side, couldn't they?
It takes all 3 of them to reach the door handle.
I can
All
see
4 of
that.
them.
All 4 of them like a stack. It's like we knock and they're just like
Knock on them.
Yeah, did you
Hello?
want to go to the door and
Yeah, I'll knock and I'm like, hello.
I did that intentionally. They'll have to work together to get out.
Oh my god!
Damn, that's
So, yeah.
Hathawin's
You
the only
do-
one who could say anything.
No, they can quick quack to us.
They
Quick
can
quack.
clack the like.
Quack quack.
yeah, so you kind of knock. Hello, anyone in there? And just sort of muffled behind the door, you just hear. Oh, hold on. 1 second. And you just
Okay.
hear a little bit of rustling behind the door,
Take your time.
and it does take a little bit. You're kind of just like waiting for an extra minute or so, and then you just see the door, like it opens inward. And as the door kind of creaks open, you do see the Chewingas kind of stacked with Hathawin kind of up, and this kind of like weeble wobble sort of
I'm
stacking
going to catch
creatures
them.
and like, whoa.
And like undo the little barrel monkey style ladder.
That
Make
is
a-
now Chewingas.
Make a dexterity check to see
Oh,
if you can
no.
grab them before
Oh
the power of
no!
the
No, it's not good, lads. It's not good.
Oh no!
Or
If these
Get them to roll
Chewingas
down
die
the way
this
now.
way, we
they're
cannot.
not gonna die.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We cannot do this right now.
I lost my staff. What the fuck? When I died, this has been a rough 2 weeks, guys.
Okay. I get it. I didn't meet the Chewingas.
So you go to try to catch them before they kind of just fall, but they don't slam their heads or anything. They just kind of like tumble down as you kind of
It's okay.
try to get them.
Walk it off. Walk it off.
Hey, thanks for the 1,000 bits, my friend. Thank you so
Ooh.
much.
Rick. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you, Rick.
So the Chewingas and the Dryad just kind of tumble over each other, and they kind of just laughing a little bit to each other as the Chewinga going, and then the Dryad actually speaks back to them in Chewinga too. So the 3 of them are just kind of having their own little conversation, falling over, and the Dryad kind of just gets up. It's like, oh, so was it a good day?
Yes, it was most eventful. I figured you all might be hungry.
Most of it
Oh.
was one way to put that.
Yeah, they kind of got a bit restless, and she kind of just turns her head over, and you see kind of in the corner of the room there's like a little desk just for like writing parchment and things, and just a big chunk of the corner is just like bitten through like termites.
This is what happens when Fiend leaves you alone. Good, he didn't think about feeding you. Awesome. And so she's gonna put her hands on. That's not your fault at all. I'll get you food right away. Something that tastes better than that.
Yeah,
We're
that'd
gonna
be
have to replace that.
Yes, we will. I can't believe you left them here without any food. What is wrong with that man? And so,
Honestly, he probably thought he'd be
They
back.
eat 17 times a day.
Honestly, we
you're
can't hear
not
you.
here.
We can't hear you.
Caw, motherfucker.
So as you are kind of saying, mentioning that about the table, saying like, oh, we should fix that. Hathawin's like, well, I think I can help with that if you She just kind of puts her arms up just to like ask you to go up.
And I lift her.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I'll
so
gather
you-
the Chewingas as Ramir is grabbing the rest of, like, helping Hathawin. I'll gather the Chewingas.
So you take Hathawin, put her over to the corner of the table, and she just kind of slaps her hands together and just like puts her hands on the table and casts barkskin on the table as a piece of just sort of tangled bark kind of weaves out of the chunks that were taken off in the corner, and it's pretty noticeable. Like the whole table is kind of this clear cut piece of wood, and then there's just like this gnarled bark kind of coming out of the corner that's just like wrapped together to try to make the corner whole. It's like,
Oh, it looks great. I think a lot of people would consider that rustic.
oh, it's rusty.
Not exactly what that means, but close. And then I'm going to pick them up. Let's go get something to eat. They should be back anytime now, and then we'll go see a show.
I'm surprised they're not back yet.
Yeah, I don't know where they are. Fiend seemed pretty excited about going to the wrestling match tonight. I'm surprised he's not here early.
He's going to be really upset if he misses that.
Well, hopefully he'll be more upset about that than... Well,
You know, it's fine. I told you blame me. It's fine.
I'm not going to do that.
I told you to, as I'm carrying the chewingas.
If he wants his pound of flesh, then he can have his pound of flesh. And she like mimics holding his little whip like he'd had back in the wagons community.
Okay, and as you guys kind of leave the hotel room, start to make your way down, kind of getting those final preparations in order to set off for the night, we're gonna transition back to the boys.
Chewingas bow ties. I would like.
Yeah, we gotta make the bow
giving
ties.
them bow ties.
Just single bow ties wrapped around their little masked faces. So after that, we'll transition over to Tarek, Fiend, and Toon. And as some time has gone by now, guys, and you can start to see that outer wooden wall of Bryn Shander, that enclosed wall, start to come into view. But it's getting a bit harder to see as the snow's really starting to pick up, and it's like your vision's just a tiny bit blurred. But you do eventually get to one of the outpost points, and you're able to
was born in the snow, molded by it. I did not see a clear sky until I was a man.
All right, Bane.
Oh, I should notate that Farrell and I got changed as well into our outfits.
Yes. Yes.
into the new outfits.
Yes.
But yeah, so Fiend, Tarek, and Toon, you're now back into Bryn Shander. Did you want to visit Sam Kinison at the Coming of Age bookstore, or the Coming of Page bookstore, or did you want to just beeline it to the Northlook Inn as you kind of see like the light is getting outside, just kind of more dimmer and dimmer?
I think
getting around to that 5 o'clock.
I would fly us right to the Northlook Inn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right when where you remember it being kind of on that opposite, sort of that north side of Bryn Shander, which is this giant circle enclosed town, the biggest town out of 10 towns where you currently are. You just kind of swoop over it, past the walls, and the guards that are kind of posted on top of the wall just see this huge giant eagle with Fiend in the talon, and Tark just like settled up right on the neck part, just looking up at you.
What are you declaring as you enter the town? Damn it.
We're ignoring customs.
They've pretty much been alerted to your presence, as we should say, as we know from our earlier sessions here. So, landing in front of the Northlook, giant eagle coming in hot. As just whatever remaining people around there just kind of get out of the way and just move as you kind of flap your wings. Snow kind of picks up from the ground as you settle down in front of the inn.
Yeah, so I'll revert back to my regular unwild shaped form once that is done.
Do you allow Tarek to get off you first before you do?
You could still ride on my shoulders.
Just like, what? Tarek will get off before you change. Mm. Oh boy.
All right, so the three of you outside the Northlook Inn, just gonna go back in there, go up to your rooms, or just try to find the ladies first? Or did you want to converse with each other before going in?
Mance, Tarek, I'm not sure if we will be permitted to attend this wrestling event if they find out about your untimely demise. And I look over to Mr. Fiend. Perhaps we broach that subject after?
You know what? You're probably right. As Fiend like grabs his horn and starts like yanking.
I'm going to actively grab his hand and try and stop him. Don't.
I am gonna look at Fiend's horn that has regrown and just sort of, no, there's probably no way around this. Well, it might be time to face the music.
We can save details until after the wrestling event.
Perhaps it is a subject for, what time is it now?
Well, what time is it now, Kevin?
So the light outside is dimming. It's definitely getting close to that 5 o'clock period. It's probably like 4:30, 1:45 by now.
They will want to know, and they will probably want to know in detail. But if we are going to attend this event, time may be of the essence. Perhaps it is a subject to approach later when we go into detail.
I wonder if we're allowed to gamble on this wrestling match. We should have enough coin for that.
Not legally. Probably.
Either way, maybe we should get dressed first. We've had me all over you.
Yes.
Don't remind me, please.
I don't own any other clothes, so I'm just going to do my best to continue brushing the dust that is off of me.
Just like a woolly
Hopefully
sheet.
it came off flying. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna hope.
Also, he reformed from the same dust, I believe. So.
I inhaled some of that.
Oh no! Which pot?
Oh, that's why my wisdom tooth is fully grown.
All right, so I'm gonna enter the inn. Basically, just go in and try to maybe grab a bite of food before we go out wrestling. Wait downstairs while everybody gets ready.
Yeah, sure thing. So you know that bar area that was kind of past the entranceway into the north look, with that right side kind of being that meeting holding area, left side being the theater stage, and that makeshift bar there. But then there's that second sort of restaurant bar area that's behind those two rooms. You're more than welcome to go there. Ladies, I didn't ask this. Where would the two of you be waiting for them?
I was just going to say, aren't we in there like feeding the Chewingas and Hathawin actively?
Yes, and giving them bow ties.
Yeah, I would say that we're probably there and we freaking see them walk in.
All right.
I would like to say that we're going to give Toon a bow tie just like the Chewingas. They're going to be matching.
We've made a bow tie in like succession.
We were like, you know what? I wonder if Toon has any other clothing. We're going to make him a bow tie just in case.
Just a bow tie.
You know.
Yeah. One bow tie.
So with Ramira and Farrell also awaiting the arrival of the rest of the Frostbreakers in that restaurant area, bar area, the two of you, as you're trying to fiddle with the Chewingas, trying to get bow ties on them, as they're very reluctant not to put them on you.
I'm not gonna make them put it on.
They're probably just not used to bow ties.
Wait, just hang on, just try it, and then if you see yourself and you don't like it, you can take it off.
I'm not trying to strangle you, I promise.
Just like when you're holding just like a new puppy that's just like.
I won't make them. Fine. At least hold it.
At least hold.
As you're struggling to get the bow ties on the Chewingas inside of this makeshift restaurant, there's a couple patrons inside of here, but not full by any measure. You then see Toon, Tarek, and Fiend come through those double doors.
Her mouth is just open as she sees them bloodied.
I'm going to look to Tarek. Because Tarek is the one that's still burnt and still having.
And so is Toon.
Yeah, Tarek is still very much burnt. I believe Toon
healed.
Full.
Oh, Toon's fine?
I am the only one that is not at full.
Oh, I'm gonna go.
They both look great. I look terrible.
Yeah. So
Mr. Fiend, mint condition. Near mint condition. And then, no.
Instantly doing vital check on Tarek. Like, she just pulls up from the bar and then no questions asked, starts like touching his face, feeling a pulse, going through the whole thing, assessing damage.
For a pulse?
Yeah, to see if he's fucking alive.
I'm right here.
Tarek.
Yeah, she's going through the whole thing and then gonna cast Cure Wounds on you.
Farrell's gonna be like, I want to know.
I don't think so.
That's a very mean turtle.
Well, events transpired. I
apparently
killed Mance, but he's back now.
Toon.
What? I won't mince words. I won't deceive you. But as you can see, he's back in more pieces than he left in. Less pieces than he left.
What do you mean you killed Fiend?
As Ramira's like assessing the value of like damage on Tarek, as you say that, she kind of just goes, what? And then continues to heal Tarek.
After an artifact of great power, and in my trifling, I might have set off what was trapped, and explosion occurred, and Mance was disintegrated. But we fixed him. Tarek mostly. His soul was trapped in a device because it was unstable, not properly built. Tarek was able to rebuild it, and we were able to retrieve his soul from inside, quite possibly angering a god in the process.
I want to look over to Ramira. They deserve whatever happened just between us. And then look back to Fiend specifically to see just...
I'd like to point out this, obviously, none of this was my fault.
No, the blame falls upon me.
You leave for 2 hours and one of you dies?
More like 6.
Where did you go?
To the bookstore.
There's like an ethereal plane, and there was a gnome there.
Fiend, where did we go is what she meant. Physically upon this plane, outside of this plane.
To the filthy mandolin.
And then
after that.
Then to a cabin.
In the woods. 6 hours from here. We flew.
And now we must prepare for our wrestling match.
Yes.
I look at Ramira. I just deadpan stare at Ramira.
She hasn't really moved this whole time. Really quick, Ben, how much HP do you have left after 12?
No, I'm okay. I'm not too bad. I'm just not at full.
Okay, great. Well, she's gonna heal you until you're at full.
Okay. Hold on.
You took 95 points of damage.
Yeah, you healed some of it. You healed some of it. You healed 70 of it.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I cast it.
Yeah. You just healed yourself up to full in case it went off again when you activated. I'm on 95 right now.
And I couldn't heal your clothes.
Okay, so she kind of just does enough to get you, like, the burns to go away. But otherwise, she hasn't, like...
When you try and do that, he's just like, I'm fine, honestly.
She, like, slaps your hand as you're trying to, like, shoot her away. She gently slaps your hand and then continues. And then turns back to Fiend and just reaches a hand out to his horn. And then just kind of, like, choo-choo. And then puts her hand back down.
Wait, did you heal me to full? So 20, an extra 25, or how much?
Yeah, we'll call it full because I can just use.
Do what you gotta do.
So I'll get back to you on that part. I'll DM you what it ends up being. But yeah, as she's like done healing, she just kind of touches Fiend's horn that's been like healed back to normal, and then kind of just puts her hands by her side again, picks up the chewingas, and then just stands there.
Yes, apparently this god decided that my body had seen too much mileage and gave me a new one.
Tarek will just look at the two of them and just be like, we'll talk about it later. I really want to know details. We'll talk about it later.
Positive news. I
just
feel great.
Gives you that look.
I'm so glad you feel
one of us do.
Yeah, like a burden has been lifted off of my soul, but I'm sure it's just temporary.
I'm so glad you've transferred the burden of your soul to the rest of us. Fantastic.
What do you mean I did? I didn't do anything. I was merely in a blast radius.
That was me, unfortunately.
Don't put this on me.
I killed Mance. If anybody deserves praise or notoriety for that action, it was not.
Praise or notoriety? Oh, I see what you're doing. Yes, Mance the Powerful is dead. Long live Mance. We can talk about it after the wrestling match, of which now I'm sure we have plenty of gold to bet on.
Yes.
I'm
How
sure
are
nothing
you and
strange
Devin
happened
doing?
in the 6 hours between you two, right? Peachy Keen.
Kind of like side-eyeing Ramira. So you dying is the worst thing that happened today.
Clearly. Yes.
Correct.
But
Yeah.
I'm back,
should
so.
He
talk
got
about
better.
it after.
We can talk about it later.
Okay. No problem. I'm going to get dressed, and I'll meet you all downstairs. We should have a carriage here shortly. Well, I don't know if Sugar Bear died before he called a carriage.
And as
We'll
you
find
say that, you hear a voice come from the other side of the double doors, swing open, and a voice says, "Don't worry, I've got one coming later." And you
Of course.
see Lllllet come through the double doors, decked out in
Of
this
course.
immaculate outfit with this just fine threaded black and silver and white adorned sort of long coat with this sort of white cravat that kind of comes out of his chest, sort of double-breasted buttons going down. This coat is aligned with just silver adornments, kind of like metal pieces on the shoulders coming down from the forearms, and this kind of like filigree embroidery that kind of comes down like almost like plants and vines coming down his jacket. He looks really, really good. If he didn't look good before, he looks like even better. His hair that's always all kind of long and messed up is kind of up in this kind of braided ponytail that kind of just swoops down kind of around his neck and down to the side of his shoulder. And behind him, rolling in a wheelchair,
Oh.
is a orc, a bit weathered looking. As this person rolls in behind him, you notice that he's missing a leg from the knee down on the right side, and in that leg there is a short sword, kind of dangling down with a holster on it, just like quick access.
Interesting.
And this person is wearing, again, kind of more along the lines of what Lllllet's wearing, an outfit ready to go out on the town on. Kind of has brown slacks that are kind of cuffed up with these nice leather boots. There's a nice boot, I should say, on his left leg, and has this kind of nice blue dress shirt, this red scarf that kind of comes down around his neck and down to the chest, sort of sitting there like that, and has like long messy hair that's kind of short in the back, and the two sides kind of go long by the sideburns here, kind of draped down. He has like long bangs that kind of settle down to one side. Has two big sort of underbite fangs kind of coming up like this, pointed ears, fairly rough sort of weathered skin. These sort of adorn these freckles underneath the eyes over here. Eyes have this kind of like yellow tint to them. These eyebrows that kind of are very sharp and narrow. And he's also wearing, on top of his hair that's kind of all over the place, has this big giant billowing fancy hat with this big feather coming out of it. That's also in this dark kind of navy blue coloration. And this big sort of almost like a sea captain's coat on over top of that. And so as Petrie comes in and says that, sort of gestures behind him, he's like, "And you have this fine orc to thank for it." As he wheels up and just says, "Hey, how you doing? Petrie here. Been managing this bloke for quite some time. I've heard a lot about you. Here been making a lot of waves around these parts."
I have a question. To just out of curiosity, do Ramir and Farrell recognize this orc in particular at all?
No.
Okay.
This manager, as I believe Lllllet had told you, had kind of taken up the job of managing the bard troop after you had left.
Correct. I just wanted to make sure that we haven't seen him previously in our adventure.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put out the hands. It's a pleasure.
And he wheels his chair over to you. It says, "Nice to meet you. I believe you are
Lilith.
Is that what you want me to call you? Is Lilith, the Pharaoh? I just want to make sure I get up on the right, step here."
Either one. Lilith is just fine if that's easier.
Good. Lilith it is. Very nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure.
And the rest of you, I'm going to say Ramira.
She nods and semi-bows.
Mm-hmm. You must be Toon. I mean, you're kind of hard to miss there with the descriptions and the ducks and all.
You are correct.
And, Fiend?
Yes. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. You look very nice, very cleaned up.
Yes. One would say very new.
All right. Well, it's very nice to meet you all. And we got a carriage coming out of the back here very, very soon. It's not going to be a very fun ride. We're not going that far inside of here, but we like to travel in class wherever we can, make the best of it kind of thing. But drink up your drinks, have a good time, and we'll see you out front.
Peachy, real quick. This is Tarek.
Oh, my apologies, my good man. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, Mr. Petrie. Sorry, I'm not, it's not been the best day. I'm a little underdressed at the moment. Wasn't expecting to be meeting you so soon.
He kind of just looks you up and down as you're all kind of disheveled and a bit wrecked. Burnt. Parts of your clothes are just kind of ripped and burnt apart.
I'm gonna have to replace this coat again. I'm sorry.
This is the third time.
He's like, yeah, well, if you want to go the derelict route, I mean, you can certainly do that. I've seen a lot of people do that in my, days as an orc, but where we're going, you might have to spruce it up a bit, just so you know.
Right. Yes.
Right. We'll meet you up front.
All right. Well, happy travels. See you in a bit. And he just kind of starts to wheel himself out to the front as Petrie just kind of looks at you all and just gives a wink over to Lilith and leaves with Petrie.
Because of course he does. She's just a little... Turn it back to the boys.
Tarek, here's your coat. As he just unties it from around his waist.
Because he was wearing it.
I'm going to go change, and I'll see you all shortly. And he just boldly struts out of the room. Nothing but his backpack.
Fiend goes to change.
Nice. I'm going to look to Tarek. Do you have anything else to wear?
The trappings do not make the man. I'm sorry that weasel can dress in finery, for he has nothing better to do.
Toon. Let it go. It's fine. I might have something. I will check my things. And he will make his way upstairs to his room.
Before he leaves, Beryl will kind of reach out and put a hand on his arm, as he goes to turn.
He flinches a little bit. It's a tad. Wasn't expecting that.
So, are you okay? Are you okay?
We'll talk about it later. If that's okay.
She'll remove her hand. Okay.
All right. I'll see the rest of you out front. And he'll make his way upstairs to his room.
Okay. 2 people going to rooms to change. The rest of you? Are you staying here, or are you going to your rooms as well?
I'm gonna, I guess, keep watching the Chewingas and Hathawin and make sure that they've eaten plenty.
I guess once they've eaten, we could take them back upstairs before we leave.
Yeah, probably get an order to go. I take the bow ties off them since they're sad about it. I'm sad.
We can't have depressed Chewingas. Like, that's just...
Yeah, they're sad. I'm sad. I gotta.
As you all have been having this conversation with Salil and between all of you, and you've kind of left the Chewingas and the Dryad to their own devices, you just kind of look over as Tarek and Fiend kind of leave. You look behind you, and just see the Chewingas just like they're all just like kind of fighting each other and like trying to strangle each other with the bow ties.
Thought so.
Okay. I take 2 and I pick them up and hold them. I'm
and
like, okay.
I will take the other 2.
I looked at Toon, hold this, and I hand him one as I'm trying to get them. Just hold this.
We have Polly Pockets now.
I just hand him the Chewinga. Hold that. I will get the bow tie off of that one in a second. As I'm trying to get the bow tie off of this one.
I've also got 2 in my hands, waiting for them to be debow tied.
All right, I put this one down. I take one, take the other bow tie off, and just progress through that and take Toon's last. Take the bow tie off. Thank you. There.
All right. So as you get the kind of bow ties off and kind of settle them down, Fiend, going up to your room.
Yes, he is going to find some of his finer clothes that he packed when leaving Wagon's community.
Okay.
And put those on.
What do they look like?
This is going to be a wonderful black suit this time, with a gold vest that has black filigree all over it, and a black and gold tie with a black shirt.
All right, so just all black.
Yep, black and yellow.
Nice. Wearing any fancy hats?
There will be no fancy hats tonight. He is attempting to show off his new horn. And that's not a euphemism.
Bam! So as you are getting ready and prepared for the evening's festivities, Tarek, as you make your way up to your room, put the key in, unlock the door, you're going to notice that there's something on your bed. And it looks to be a folded up sort of piles of clothing with a note on the top of it.
So first thing he's gonna do on that is he's going to check the room, check the windows, check any way to see how anyone could have possibly gotten in here outside of the door. Check for spells, check for anything.
Sure. Make
with
perception.
his background, he's like, nah, I don't trust that. Probably unnecessary, but you know what? It's him. That is a perception. I don't know why I'm checking. Plus nothing. 16.
16. So we'll do this in two checks. So perception, just kind of looking around the room, just looking at the window, looking around, looking at the door, under the bed.
Window was locked when I came to it, right?
Yeah, still locked.
Okay.
You're just kind of looking around and nothing seems to be out of sorts. You don't see any evidence of a break-in or any kind of struggling with door handles or the key locks or the door hinges of the window or the hinges of the window or anything like that. Roll an Arcana check if you want to kind of suss out if anything magical is going on.
+2 to this one. Oh, that's a 14 +2, so 16 again.
16. So again, you're kind of like, after you kind of suss that out, you start just looking in the corners of the room.
Checking for wards.
Yeah, looking up for wards, any evidence of like scrying or anything. And again, nothing. Doesn't seem to be any magical residue, nothing painted on the walls.
Yeah. He will then flip the note over and see what it says.
So as you flip the note over, it's kind of in a sort of tent shape like this, kind of put on top of the pile. And it's blank on either side. And you kind of open it to more of like a book sort of style.
Mm-hmm.
And inside of it says, in very well done handwriting, first impressions are important. Salil.
Kind of just close it up, put it to one side. What clothes has he left me?
So he has left you an outfit as you kind of start to unfold it and kind of drape it out. It's very similar to what he's wearing, almost to a T. Same kind of long coat, same kind of filigree going down the jacket, except this one's not black and silver like his is. Yours is more, has this kind of red and purple and kind of black and white sort of color arrangement kind of going down all over it. And it's got the jacket, the pants, new like dress shoes, like everything.
It's really not his style, man. It's really not. He will check to see what he's got against this. Let me double check, see what I've got. Oh no. Okay, I've basically got just a replacement shirt and pants, pretty much, because I've got a pair of common clothes. So
I would like to remind you that currently Farrell and Ramir are dressed to the nines as well. Just having that in the back of your mind.
Yeah, but I'm not dressed up at all.
I'm
So
in pants and some boots, you know,
look
and a
gorgeous
nice
in your
top.
pink top.
kick it with Toon. Just be like,
Full naked. Just go full on birthday
Nope.
suit. It's cool.
absolutely not. First impressions matter. Yeah, what a first impression that would be. Oh boy. No thanks. He'll just kind of take a minute and just like, okay, and he'll put it on. Is there a mirror in the room that I can check?
Yeah, behind the door.
Yeah. So what colors did you say it was?
Red, purple, black, white.
Purple. Black and white, did you say?
Yeah. So the coat
Okay.
itself has like this deep, dark red velvet kind of color to it, and the sort of same filigree that was going down, the embroidery down the sleeves and down the jacket are this deep purple, kind of adorning it going down, and it's that same sort of double-breasted button arrangement from side to side. You got that white cravat that's kind of coming down from the upper part of the chest, kind of billowing out, and then your pants are of a black color, and the dress shoes are also of a black color.
Okay. I think he'd probably put the whole thing on, and then just the cravat would probably be a little bit too much for him, so just like everything else, that's fine. He'll keep it on him. He'll probably just like put it in a pocket or something. But for now, he's not.
All right. So you kind of take this, just like you
Yeah,
look at yourself,
kind
and
of like I'm looking at myself. I'm just like, don't eat this in my face.
you kind of close that door, and you look yourself in the mirror, and you look good, really, really good. You're usually more styled to that casual kind of, just hitting the dirt
This is
road
not-
kind of
yeah.
look. But you haven't had a real reason to
events,
dress up.
and this is not in his comfort zone at all.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, first impressions, I guess. Yeah, and you'll just give the room another once over, and makes his way out the room. Make sure to lock it behind him, and just makes his way out. Makes his way back downstairs.
All right. So the rest of you reconvene at the front of the Northlook Inn as you see Ramira and Farrell in their out of this world, very, very well made dresses and outfits, corsets, and Toon just kind of standing there with them, just in his usual druid nature garb.
Plus a bow tie.
Plus a bow tie.
Just with a single bow tie.
I was gonna say I will roll persuasion on Toon to wear that bow tie.
I'll wear it regardless.
If you want to resist
you don't have to persuade me. It's just it's not really going to be that visible between the woolly hair that I have.
I just want to know it's there.
The best thing about that is all you have to do is put the bow tie on a hair clip.
Does that mean Toon's a neckbeard?
Oh yeah, beard is like everywhere.
You can also just put it on his tusk.
Yeah, we put it on his tongue.
Just tusk bow tie.
His trunk.
One each.
He can hold it at the end of his trunk.
I like the
I'll go with 3. I could, if you guys, how many bow ties are you in? One for each tusk, and one on the trunk.
Yeah, we.
Ramir's just making cardboard bow ties.
Oh my god, amazing!
Like we went and got our outfits on and got ready, and then we were like, Toon needs bow ties. This is how we're dealing with fiend dying, is we're just making bow ties.
You guys know how to do a crown braid too? I do those sometimes when I want to be really fancy, and then I just put flowers in it.
Yes, we do.
Is that what you want to do, Toon? Do you want to make your hair kind of in that crown braid style?
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
Oh, okay. All right, bet.
All right.
Toon looks great.
We can say that the ladies kind of helped you with that as Fiend and Tarek were getting ready.
Very flowery appearance. Very
I like the idea that you're just
springtime, fresh.
I like the idea that you're just sitting on the floor of the bars. We're just like standing on chairs, just breathing.
Amused by the chewingas, like sort of fascinated, playing around.
It's great. It's great.
Serenity, peaceful.
It's peaceful.
All right. So as you guys are kind of just in the middle of putting up Toon's crown braid, just kind of putting it right at the top there, you then see Fiend come out from the back room into the front foyer, immaculate in that all black and yellow suit. As far as I remember, I think this is the first time you've seen him kind of dressed up in this way.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from when you went to the Balthazar mansion, of course.
The big hat and the large feather.
Mm-hmm. And then slowly behind that comes Tarek as well. And his outfit that you were not quite ready for.
I know I didn't have that in my wardrobe. Where did you get that?
You robbed that weasel.
No.
Well done.
No. Yes, this is not quite my style, but first impressions matter, apparently. This was left in my room for me by Solo. I was not expecting such a thing, but well, the rest of my clothes are, well, a little charred at the moment. Perhaps not the best.
A little smoky.
Did you look that over? Did you? It could fall apart at a command word. You could have filled it with fire ants.
No, I don't think so. I think this was a genuine gesture.
Toon, you and I should talk later, because I'd like to write a couple of those down.
Of course.
That's brilliant.
Anyway, you all look great. Wow. Really a team. Seems all dressed for the occasion, I suppose.
I'm gonna hand the chewingas and Hathwin back to Fiend.
They did not like the bow ties.
It's all right. We'll warm you up to bow ties eventually. Or not. Maybe we'll find you something else to wear. Like nice pleated jackets.
I would. Are we okay?
And the two Chewingas just kind of sit with their feet forward, just on Fiend's both his shoulders.
Farrell's gonna look at the boys. You all look very nice.
Thank you. So do you.
Thank you.
Yes.
New corset, kind of like smoothing down, which to recall is a black and blue corset with silver stars and a moon across the chest. She's like, thank you.
Yes, you really do look amazing.
She kind of looks Tarek up and down. I mean, at least you got the colors.
He just looks a little sheepish, really. He's very out of his comfort zone currently. He's like...
Red cheeks start forming under Tarek.
not quite that. More just like, I don't know what's
I don't know what to do.
I'm just like, I don't know what's happening. This is not my
Farrell's
field
gonna
of tease.
gesture.
I'm not proficient in being
She's
well
like-
dressed.
Tarek, stand up straight.
I am standing straight.
Confidence in an outfit like that is pure key to it.
Just does this. God.
Tilt your head down, but just normal. Just try to be
So
confident.
how I was standing before.
Just try to be confident, Tarek.
I will try.
That's the key to it. How do you think Salil's made it this far?
I don't know.
Magic.
Confidence.
Cockroaches are notoriously hard to kill.
Also correct, but
Tune.
confidence as well.
And Ramira, why don't you just briefly describe what your outfit looks like as well, just so we can kind of get that whole group picture in mind.
Yeah, she's got a pink corset with like some ruffles on the top that kind of flounce over her shoulders and over the top of the corset. And then she's got some khaki winter pants, I guess, to kind of match the whole deal, and some hefty duty winter boots as well. Her hair is
Very
probably
nice.
curled up and stuff. Yeah.
All right. So after some time passes, not that long, maybe just like a couple minutes or so, and the outside by this point is starting to get it's like dusk almost, like it's starting to get in that sort of heavy blue hue of light that's just slowly starting to fall into night. And as you're waiting for the cart to arrive, you start to hear a little piece of muffled music.
If I hear my name being sung again, I swear I'm writhing. Corset be damned.
Corset be damned.
Corset be damned.
So you can kind of hear this sort of muffled violin and a little bit of a drum beat sort of coming outside from where you are. And that muffled sound kind of gets a bit louder and louder as you can hear these giant wheels kind of grinding against the ground as this immaculate coach cart arrives in front of you, and with a couple of really nice horses that just kind of get pulled back for a minute and stops in there. And as that happens, the door opens up and two figures step out. And they're two humans that are really like pretty dressed up, pretty nice, like a big tall hat, nice, just like sort of tuxedo looking suit, and a woman in this kind of like nice gown. As the man kind of gets out from the other side of the car, opens the door, helps the woman come down, and they both just kind of walk past you and go into the North Look Inn. Door shuts. Cart rolls on, the driver kind of hitting the horse to go forward. Then there's a bit of silence as you're kind of confused as to like, I thought that was for us. Oh, okay. You wait a minute, and then you hear another bit of music. Same sort of thing coming from around the corner as it gets kind of louder and louder in this muffled tone, like it's coming from inside of something. And what comes out of the corner of your eye aren't a pair of horses, but these feathered beak-like creatures that start to come forward and kind of like And they're these huge, elongated yellow beaks, kind of like chocobos from Final Fantasy, as they kind of just come to the wings and come out the side, and these big, huge, flat bird feet just kind of jettison forward in a bit of an excited fashion as they furl their feathers about. And this driver kind of pulls back on the reins. There's another kind of tough orc-looking dude up on the top with just big sort of fangs coming out from the underbite. Ladies, gentlemen, kind of bangs on the bottom of the cart, and a door opens up. And this cart is nowhere near as immaculate as the one before it, by the way. It is like kind of like if that was like a Rolls Royce, this is kind of like a mid sedan kind of deal. Like it still's got like a bit of a dorman on the side, but it's a pretty spacious cart, and it's got like really nice fine wood on the side of it. You can see on the back of the cart is that chair, the wheelchair that you had seen earlier from that Petrie was riding. And the door opens up, and it is Lllllet who comes out. Oh, look at you. Look at all of you. This is amazing. I couldn't have put it. And he looked over to Tarek and just in mid-sentence kind of stops and goes, my man, look at you. I honestly wouldn't think you were going to put that on. You look great. Doesn't he look great?
Thank you, Lllllet. That is a very kind gesture of you.
No problem, my friend. I just, figured you might need a little help in that direction.
He looks great.
Doesn't say anything.
Pro kind of shrugs. I mean, he's got good taste.
Hey, you said it, not me, right? Anyway, ride's waiting. Come on in. And just kind of steps out of the way and signals for you to get inside the cart.
Farrell's going to giggle a little bit. Man, isn't this an upgrade from when the last time we did this? And climbs in.
Kids, I've never seen a wagon pulled by giant road chickens.
I'll put a hand out for Ramira to help her up.
I take it and get in.
I like to ride in a bit more of a style that's a bit more exciting. Horses, not too bad. In this weather, they don't last that long. And then just kind of allows you to all kind of get in the cart as he's signaling for you guys to get in. Toon's massive body with his crown hair kind of whipped up. He's just like, nice.
I don't respond to him.
Right. All right. Let's get this show on the road. And he just kind of follows the last person in as the coach sizably just takes like a big shuffle in as Toon kind of gets in with his massive mammoth body. And you see Petrie kind of on the other side as there's room for about 8 or so people in here. On either side, there's kind of 4 velvet, sort of light purple seating area on one side, some space, and then about 4 seats for for another set of 4 on that side. Kind of adorned with like some yellow buttons inside and yellow threads that are kind of outlining the cushions and everything. And just looking around the inside, it's very decent. It's pretty good for these parts of town.
Am I sitting next to Farrell?
Up to you, where you'd like to sit.
If it's possible, Ramira's going to sit next to Farrell, and she's going to kind of like wiggle in like you do with your friends when you're like sitting on the couch together, and she's going to kind of just wiggle close to you and like slump down.
That's fine. Farrell will put an arm kind of protectively around your shoulders and like, in a friend way, just kind of sitting.
So we got Ramira going in first, followed by Farrell. Who's going to go behind
I jumped
Farrell?
in first and then put a hand out for Ramira, and then we sat down next to each other.
Okay. And who wants to sit? There's 2 seats next to Ramira and Farrell. If one of you, the 3 of you, would like to choose that seat.
Tarek, you should make sure to scrape your shoes on the ground before getting in, because they can be rather slippery when they're new. They don't have much of a grip on the bottom.
And you'll just do that real quick, kind of just looking to you a little unsure. This. Right.
I glance down at my bare feet. Well, no problem there. And I'll sit beside Ramir and Farrell. I just don't want to sit beside Salil. I still really don't like Salil.
I sit beside Salil.
I don't like the two of you sitting next to each other.
I guess I'll get in last and sit next to Toon, I guess.
Okay.
No. I'll sit across from Farrell and Ramiro.
Sit across. So we got on one side we got Ramira, we got Farrell, then we got Toon, and then on the other side is Petrie, and then Tarek, then Fiend and Salil.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So as you guys step inside this cart, that music is just becoming louder. There's just this kind of ethereal music just kind of blasting away, kind of similar to there's just like a car radio kind of on. But magically you're just hearing this drum beat and these violins, and it's very, very nice. And as the door shuts, you just go, all right, let's hit the road. Hits the top of the cart, and these little chocobo-like creatures just start putting the cart forward as you feel the cart kind of rocking back and forth as the wheels start turning. And as you guys are all kind of seeing the cart, everyone's just... It's just a bit of an awkward silence for a while as you're all kind of bobbing your head to the music. And
Farrell's totally into it.
And Salil's kind of off to the side. You can just kind of feel like not quite sure how to start conversation. And then Petrie on the other side goes, oh, come on here, guys. Look, it's a fucking party. Let's liven up the mood a little bit here. And he just reaches inside of his coat pocket and brings out this flask. And just takes out the cork of it, puts it in his pocket. And goes, don't worry, this isn't that shit that dwarf makes. And just pours it into a makeshift cup as he goes into his other pocket and pulls out a disc. That was like a metal disc. And he goes, and it just comes up into a cup. He starts pouring the liquid into it, and he just motions it forward for anyone to pick up.
I pick it up.
All right. And he just starts doing that for everybody.
As he's doing that, can I take Ramir's cup real quick? Or no, actually, can I cast real quick Purify Food and Drinks, because I don't trust it?
I was gonna sniff it first.
I have the spell prepared. I was like, we're going to a wrestling match in this town. I'm having the spell prepared.
That's fair.
Good choice.
So I would like to say Purify Food and Drinks, which is all non-magical food and drink within a 5-foot sphere centered on a point of your choice within range is purified and rendered free of poison and disease.
Okay. So do you cast that secretly, or are you kind of doing it fairly obvious? Because you're in close quarters.
I would like to
do it as a toast, because then it works on everyone's.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. All right. I like the idea, Ben. Good job. Yeah.
If it's 5-foot space, it's like, yes.
I was say,
all of it, that's a lot of spell slot. Just one. Just one. Let's roll in.
All right. So yeah, Farrell will take her cup and kind of raise a glass and say, to new beginnings.
So before that, as he's handing out the cup, do you each take the cup, or do some of you not want to take one?
Oh, I'll take one.
I'll take one.
Yeah. I wouldn't take one.
Two, no.
Tarek will kind of be unsure and then kind of look to everyone and kind of take one kind of out of courtesy, still kind of very...
one of these.
Very unsure what is going on and is just going with it.
Yes.
All right. And then when the cup goes to Salil as well, as he grabs one at the same time. And you want to make a toast, Farrell?
Yeah. Just raise it and look around and say, and to new beginnings.
Right. And to new beginnings. And they all...
And as she does it, she'll cast a spell at the same time and then drink.
I'm going to have you make a deception check at advantage.
Bet.
Nice.
I'm fine with this. Ooh, that's a good thing it was at advantage, because the first one I rolled was a 2, but the second one is an 18.
So So you kind of cast that, and some magical sparks kind of fly out of the banging of all the metal receptacles as kind of like little mini fireworks pop off, kind of as a way to disguise as the sparks kind of all float into the cups, purifying if there were any, creepy, sneaky things going on there. You're pretty satisfied that they have all been purified with that move.
Just in case.
Good. So good there. So we'll clink them, sort of drink your shot down, and it's caramel notes to it, smooth, warm. Like it is really, really good whiskey that you're drinking here. There's nothing strange about it. You don't see any magical butterflies whipping around or hair falling out. This is just like very, very, very good whiskey.
Despite it being really good, Ramira, like in secret, is still gonna be like. She's like,
Farrell will drink hers and then hand the cup back. You have very good taste.
Thank you, dear. I like to think so, and just starts taking all the cups back and just kind of crosses his arms and goes, so, I mean, I've heard a little bit about you all, but just meeting you all for the first time. I know some of you have got some history together, but I don't really know any of you. How'd you all wind up here in the middle of snowy nowheres?
This is my homeland.
Yeah, kind of figured that one there, big guy. Where do you hail from? Is it close by?
No, far in the north. The Lllllet, my tribe, exists there, the foothills of ancient mountains. I doubt you have traveled to those places.
No, I don't think I could recall going that far north myself, but the old champion we're about to see in action, I believe he has.
Would not surprise me. I look forward to seeing him in action. Might be we share common ancestry, though I cannot claim to know him. Speaking of the champion we go to see, have you any idea how, and I kind of look over to Fiend. I look over to Fiend during this time. You know how gambling works at these sorts of functions?
Oh, gambling? Well, I mean, it's kind of scarce in these kind of pots. You kind of got to know where to go. Once in a while, they kind of smile nicely on everyone here in the 10 towns and let things go the way they go. But for this event, they've let gambling kind of slip by a little bit for the festivities and all that good stuff. I believe we're going to the, what is it again? Dun, dun, dun. Kind of hits on the top, and the driver just hear a muffled voice say, the Orchid Casino. That's right. Orchid Casino. I mean, when you're living out here, it's not much to do. I mean, it's kind of desolate and frozen dead everywhere you go, but it seems like Bryn Shander's kind of opened up a little bit. Let some fun finally seep into the town,
I see.
Well, that is good news.
How about you there, fella? And he kind of signals over to Tarek.
Me? What am I doing here? Kind of looks around for help. I don't know what to say.
Visiting an old friend.
Right, yes. Came to see Fiend, who's been occupied up here in the north. I believe that's why we all came this way. But making our way south again. So, yes, had some unfinished business that we have cleared up, and now we're here.
Say no more, kid, say no more. I like your outfit. And he kind of signals over to Ramira, who's kind of sitting right across from him. He's like, where'd you get that done up?
She doesn't talk. She just kind of sheepishly smiles and then looks at Farrell.
What was it called, Kevin? Remind me.
The Winter's Warmth.
Sorry, Winter's Warmth. Sorry, she's feeling a little under the weather at the moment.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, and I hope you'll feel better by the time we get there. Shouldn't be very long now. What is it, winter's warmth?
Correct.
Those halflings, they're very hard to keep quiet, if you know what I mean.
They were very talkative, but it was a pleasure doing business with them.
I hope so. Hope they didn't swindle you. Sometimes they just kind of talk customers and just kind of go on and on and on and on and on, and then kind of like got to dizzy them out of paying a good price, you know?
No, not at all. They were very accommodating.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Maybe their business practices have improved since you've been there last.
Yeah, well.
Ramiro frowns at that sentiment.
Shut up.
And what of yourself, Master Petrie? How long have you been playing the role of manager to this one's lot? And I just sort of incline my head towards Salil.
And like your big sort of hulking presence kind of peering into Salil, he just kind of just slowly sidling forward, like your presence just like staring like point blank at him, nose to nose.
I look really pretty though with my flower crown.
You look gorgeous. Okay, look, your vibes are
which makes it doubly intimidating.
Salil has to work to be intimidating. You're just there.
And Petrie is like, oh, how long we've been working together now? Salil, like just a little over 3 years or so? And he goes, yes, around 3 years, that's about it. He goes, yeah, this guy, when I found them, they didn't know what to fucking do. They were hopeless, they didn't have a direction, I took them under my wing. I had a bit of a bard background myself, knew the ropes, knew how to network, get people in the door. And as you can see, these parts, there ain't a lot of entertainment, and these people are willing to pay to have that. Bryn Shander, mostly.
What background do you have as a bard?
Background? What do you mean?
Well, you said you had a little bit of experience with bard work. I was just curious as to what you do.
Well, I don't like to talk about it too much. It wasn't a very successful career. Growing up in an orc tribe, being festive and musical isn't exactly the biggest important thing around those parts.
I'm sure.
But I tried my best. Went around Baldur's Gate and a few other places on the Sword Coast, tried to make a name for myself. Saw some pretty amazing performances here and there, but once I lost the leg here, it was kind of hard to carry on,
Mm.
Of course. If I may cut to the quick of something, and I turn to Salil. Why did you give Tarek those clothes?
Toon, it's fine. Don't.
I would like to know the reasoning there. A gesture of goodwill, flaunting your wealth. What is it? What is your angle?
And he just kind of looks over to...
Tarek is getting secondhand embarrassment.
It's okay.
And he just kind of looks over to... he looks over to Petrie as you mention the word flaunt your wealth. The both of them just kind of look at each other and go... My friend, if you think I was rich, I'd be gallivanting in these type of parts. No, I was not trying to flaunt my wealth. I just trying to make a friendly gesture of sorts. I know it hasn't been probably the easiest thing, trudging up the past and our awkward meeting earlier. And he just kind of looks at you two and kind of cracks his voice as that memory of you turning him into a weasel comes rushing back into his mind. Just a way to bury the hatchet. Dad, look, it looks marvelous. Don't you think it looks marvelous? You look marvelous. And just gushing over the fact of these threads that he's wearing.
Tarek is not enjoying the spotlight being on him, is just kind of just folding in on himself a little bit, just like, yes, thank you. So
the trappings and the accoutrements of some flaunting dandy do not make a man. And I just sort of turn my attention away from him.
These shoes are suddenly very interesting.
Beryl's like, so fiend. I like the outfit.
Ramira's looking out the window if there's a window, and if there's not, she's tracing the lines of the wood.
Beryl's doing everything she can to save this. Just like, fiend, you look great.
Oh, thank you. Mr. Beamy, what are the rules of this event upcoming?
You talking to me?
Yes, Beamy.
It's Petrie.
Oh, Beatree, got it.
No, Petrie. Like,
all right, Stan.
Like Petri dish.
Oh, Petrie. Got it.
Yeah.
Names are difficult, right,
Yeah.
June?
Very much so. And I kind of like laugh to myself, knowing that I don't think any of you can pronounce my name.
You know, I
Yeah. Half of it I was about to try.
I know it can be a little weird seeing an orc called Petrie, but I like it much better than my orc given name.
What was that?
I guess we're all friends now. Pigu. Yeah, I know. Laugh it up.
Not
Fucking
even
laugh it
remotely
up.
funny.
No, I know. Nah, ha, 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 ha. Everyone laughed. It's fine. It's fine. You can go have a good laugh about it.
Your father took too many shots to the kidney or something?
Beryl's not laughing.
Eric is not laughing.
Ramira finally talks.
So awkward.
Well, I don't think it's that strange. One of my father figures' name was Hoknak. I thought it was very nice.
He just kind of nods at you as you recognize that. And as you're looking out that window, Ramira, make a perception check.
Okay.
Sugar bear?
Sugar bear.
16.
16. As you're looking out, you notice that the snowfall is getting heavier outside. Kind of like what was like kind of little tiny flakes have now become like fairly big around the size, and just kind of hitting the window, falling to the ground. And you kind of notice like just a bit of frost kind of starting to kind of crawl up the side of the window, signaling that like outside is getting very, very cold.
Okay. She's not going to say anything.
And as that happens, you suddenly just hear it as the cart kind of comes to a stop and like, we're here, everybody. Oh God! All right, I don't think I could take any more of that. And then just Soleil kind of puts open the door of the cart of the wagon as this very intense wind kind of comes in. This just like cold that is just like opening into a freezer, just sucks into the coach, and you're all in kind of like fine garments. Just feel this kind of just like your breath is kind of taken away how cold it is. You're kind of like, oh shit, and everyone just kind of starts to get out of the cart, kind of one by one. And Petrie kind of saddles himself over to the other edge of the cart as everyone steps out. As the driver kind of gets off from the top, as the sort of bird-like creatures are just kind of flapping their wings, stammering around. He kind of feeds them a couple of vegetables, goes around the side, takes off Petrie's wheelchair, brings it to the front as he sits into it. We will go over to the Roll20 screen, everybody.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Beautiful. Look at this.
It's like there'll be a match or something.
Weird.
We hope.
It's
They're
almost like we saw this map last time, but then
Yeah,
those
the time
got
before.
separated. Really weird.
It's weird. It's almost like we would.
I wonder if this body's got to go through puberty again.
Oh.
No, because you're an adult.
Like Deadpool when he grows back and he's got
I
baby.
hate it.
Return to sender. Thank you.
You mean not Deadpool. You mean Pool Dead.
Bull dead. That's right.
Pool Dead. Correct.
And as you roll up to this building, it's not very, it's a lot smaller than you thought. looking at the front of this establishment, you were kind of picturing, there's a north look in that's very big and boisterous, and it has like 20 floors to it. This just looks like a fairly big cabin, like not a cabin, but like an inn of sorts. Mm-hmm. As you're kind of looking up to all sides, doesn't go down that deep. But you can definitely see kind of at the front of the doorway into this spot. It's kind of in this sort of U shape where the top is kind of curved and it comes down, and there's just one single door that's closed with two windows that are kind of blurred out, but it's kind of the yellow light coming in with this kind of crosshatch wooden the design in front of it. And you come up there, and Petrie kind of rolls around on his wheelchair and says, I gotta go just talk to a couple of people on the other side. I'll meet you in there, okay? Salil, don't do anything I wouldn't do, all right? And he goes, you got it, boss. I'll take it over from here. And Salil's just like, signals off, and Petrie says, have a good night, everybody. I'll see you inside in a minute. And he kind of wheels off and starts to go kind of on the other side of the building.
Well, and friends, let's go blow the roof off of this place.
Let's not do that, please.
Huh.
Not again.
What do you mean again?
He was
Later.
like staring at Toon like, huh!
No, Feral Strips, what do you mean again?
Later. It's fine.
It was all one thing. It's a big thing. Push the door open.
Feral's just like...
So you actually go up a few set of concrete stairs, sort of cobbles. Like, it's weird because around this town has been kind of dirt roads and things of that nature. But to this very elaborate looking cottage, there are these kind of like cobblestone steps that kind of come up to this single door that you see. And in front of this door is a bouncer.
Oh.
Big, hulking looking orc, but with a nice sort of coat and dress shirt on, kind of looking the part. And this orc, Ramira and Feral, you immediately recognize.
Oh. I knew it! I knew it was coming.
I'm gonna grab Feral's hand as soon as I lay eyes on him, and her eyes kind of open wide for a second and then go back to normal, but she like grabs onto Feral at first.
Feral will do like a side glance up. It's okay, like we were a raven and somebody else.
I know, she doesn't look at you or anything, but she's just like, oh god.
It'll just be a little side glance at like your hand and be like, okay, great.
Walk up.
Yep, they keep going.
Yep, we keep going.
Okay, so you sidle up as the cart kind of starts to take off behind you down the dirt road to the other side of town. You go up those cobblestone steps, and the orc kind of has this clipboard as he's kind of writing something down and looks up and immediately sees the two of you and goes, oh, ladies, how are we doing? Long time no see, I take it?
Mm-hmm. We're doing just fine. How are you?
Oh, doing very, very well. Just doing my other gig here, you know what I mean? Gotta pay the bills somehow.
I'm sure. You're doing a good job.
And for the three of you,
Mm-hmm.
Fiend, Tarek, and Toon.
Wait, he wouldn't know who we were, though, right?
You know who they are.
Yeah, she was a raven and I was an elven
that's right.
woman.
Sorry. To you.
I was about to cry. I know, I was like, unless he saw through my disguise, which is impossible as a
How do you know this orc?
Oh my god.
Honestly, I was like, oh crap, Kevin got us.
I know, I was like...
Sorry, that is correct, my friend. Let's take that back a minute, because you were disguised. I think in my head, I hadn't heard you say, like, I come undisguised. I think you may be undisguised last session, so...
Yeah.
That was my bad.
No, you're all good.
You're good. You honestly had us. You could have rolled with it. We'd be like,
clutching my
Girl
pearls.
is a bird wearing a dress right now.
Just the guy pulls out a monocle and it starts shining. I'm like, yeah. Oh, shit.
Sorry, that is my fault there.
No, you're good. We thought you had us.
No,
we will rewind that. My fault, everybody. They were disguised when they went to that speakeasy, and you were a bird, and you were completely...
Correct, I was a bird.
Yeah.
Squaw.
So, rewind. Stepping up to the steps of the Orchid Casino, you do see on both the window panes is a sort of stained glass image of an orchid on either side. And that orc is still the same one you recognize from the speakeasy, as he has that clipboard out and looks to you all and just puts his head up and goes, "Hello there, everybody. Good to see you today. Do we have any names?"
I looked at Salil.
Oh, yes. Excuse me, everyone. Let me take this on. And he kind of is sort of behind you all as you want to went up the steps, and he's kind of starting to snake his way between you all and kind of goes past Toon in a very
Oh, I would let him pass. I'd step aside.
cautious way.
Same.
He goes, yes, we have a party. I believe we are reserved under Salil and Petrie. Salil Petrie. He just starts biting and chewing on this pencil and looking down. I'm not seeing the names on here. Is there a different list you perhaps are on or something? I don't remember seeing you on the ledger at all. And he then signals down and says, I'm sorry. Go talk to Batrag. Batrag will cover for me. Might have just put it off the books kind of thing, you know?
Damn you, Sawyer.
You know Batrag? Oh, well, just give me a minute. He turns around, hits the door. You again hear the muffled locks and everything kind of coming undone. And the door, as soon as that door opens, you just hear this bellow of noise, of music, of laughter, of people talking, of coin being thrown around, music playing, and shuts for a minute as you're all kind of waiting there for a second. And as the door opens, that big hulking orc sort of bouncer opens the door, and coming up from in front of him, about half his size, is this very sort of almost gaunt, very skinny looking drow with white hair that's kind of parted off to the side, with the bangs kind of sweeping down into the ear. These big, huge bifocal glasses that makes his eyes just look 10 times bigger. And he's got this kind of, almost looks like a cross between a nice suit, but winter's wear. So the lapels have this kind of fur lining on it. He's wearing these very nice white leather gloves. And the suit is just kind of dusky, smoky gray color, and it kind of comes down past his waist. Very fine slacks, black shoes. And he goes, "Oh, hi, Salil. It's very nice to see you." And Salil's like, Batrag, it's good to see you as well, my friend. And he goes, "Oh my God, it's very nice. Who are your friends here? I don't think I've ever met anyone here before." And he just goes, "Oh yes, these are old acquaintances of mine. And some of them I've recently met. They were part of the party that me and Petrie had set up." He's like, "Oh wow. Look at all of your amazing outfits. I love it. That pink, it looks so good on you. And oh my God, look at you." And he just looks at Tarek, who's wearing this red purple outfit.
I don't want to be perceived.
As he kind of darts through the crowd, he goes, "My God, that is just immaculate. I must say, the craftsmanship on that. So did you have this made for him?" He's like, "Yeah, well, I want him to have a good first impression." You go, wow. That is just amazing. I can't. Let's just get you guys inside if you're already okay. They're gonna love you. And he just kind of says, "That's okay. We got him on the house here. It's fine. And the orc just kind of goes, "All right. Welcome to the Orchid Casino, everyone." Opens up that door.
Oh boy.
And you now see the inside.
I'm so ready for this. Also, that's my new favorite NPC. I want them to know that.
Wow.
I cried. Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Just wrestling
boy.
ring.
All right, so inside of the Orchid Casino, you immediately see a few things. You notice a giant makeshift ring, the canvas sort of in the center of this main floor. You notice some red velvet stairs coming up to the right, going up. You do notice right here, there is a couple guards. Some of them dwarven, like you had seen with workers from the Northlook Inn. Some of them human. But the inside here is pretty packed. You've got a bar here on the left side. You've got kind of a what looks like to be some sort of makeshift gaming room with various people playing different games with dice and cards and things like that, exchanging bets, smoking cigars, having drinks, tankards, everything. Over to the sort of top left-hand side here is a stage. You can see a bar and a few backup dancers behind him, just having a great time with some tables over here with food on it and more drinks. Everyone just laughing, having a good old time. And then on the far side here, you see some billiard tables, people shooting pool and throwing darts and things like that. It's warm in here as well as you go inside, and this just air just kind of takes over you. It's a very welcome sight from the cold that was really starting to kind of get out of your skin inside. And as you enter, Salil kind of just like, pats the orc bouncer on the shoulder as you go in, and Batarag sweeps around. He says, "All right, well, let's get you guys all set up for the evening." Just snaps his fingers, and one of the workers who are kind of coming around comes to him with a pouch of gold, just puts in his hand. He's like, "Compliments of the house, everyone. Here you go. Just a little bit of gold for you to have a little bit of fun with yourselves. There you go. There you go. There you go. One for you." And he gives you about 10 gold pieces each, just to like have fun with and just kind of like do whatever you like with.
I'll add that to my gold.
He's like, "I know it's not much, but it's enough to just to have a little bit of fun around here until the match and the proceedings start." We've got the bar over here. If you are looking to kind of up the ante and play a little bit more high stakes with the high roller section upstairs, there is a bit of a minimum buy-in for that. So if you're feeling lucky, you could definitely try to make some big pulls up there. You might have to come see me first because, that's usually for special members only, but I think I could get you in. We've got the billiard tables over there, and he kind of just like, as you're falling inside, it's just signaling to all the different amenities and everything inside.
Farrell's loves this character, like not even just.
I know. I also
like Farrell's like, I love him.
I'm gonna pull like once people start to walk in casually, I'm gonna pull Fiend aside.
Yeah.
I'll distract the host. I'll distract the host.
Like, hang on a second, and then she's gonna take the bag of money that she has of 10K, and put it in his hands, and then put her 10 gold onto it, and then push it towards him.
What is this?
We can talk about the details later.
This is a lot of money.
We can talk about the details later.
Who am I to look a gift horse in the mouth?
I
or
wouldn't
road chicken.
I wouldn't call it a gift.
Okay. I suppose that's only fair considering, and he points to his horn. Shall we go figure out the rules of this thing?
We shall.
Kind of like puts it in his like bag.
In the inside pocket. Just a big
implants. A chesticle, if you will.
A chesticle.
Oh.
Good. That's it.
But yeah, so what you'd like to do next is up to you. You could play some games until the wrestling match starts.
Can I chase after that eccentric gentleman?
Just right away?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. As he's kind of like walking away from you all, as you're kind of sort of in this front entrance area, you kind of speedily walk up to him, tap on the shoulder. Yes.
No, delightful. according to the posters that I had seen outside on my way in here, Dave,
Yes.
anyone is allowed to challenge this champion.
Uh-huh.
When does that happen?
We're getting ready for the final arrangements any moment now. Just maybe like a few minutes just to like get everyone ready and make sure that the fighters are, up to the top speed and everything. You know what I'm saying? But shouldn't be that much longer now.
What are the rules?
The rules?
Rules? Yes.
Have you never been to a wrestling match, my boy?
No, big fan. Very wow. Definitely have seen a wrestling match or two. What I'm trying to ask is, if I would like to wrestle said champion, what rules do I have to follow?
Oh.
That is a makeshift ring. That is not a sportsman ring. So I was wondering if the rules were different.
Well, maybe you want to wait until the show is about to start before you start making judgments like that, my man. But the rules do apply as most wrestling matches do. You have to pin your opponent with a count of 3, or make your opponent tap out into a submission.
Okay, interesting. And is there any thing like do I have to weigh in of sorts?
There's no weigh-in particularly. Once the final bout has commenced, and if our champion succeeds, he will maybe suggest to the crowd if anyone wants to try their luck. At that point, you're very welcome to step forward if somebody else doesn't want to take the crown. But other than that, no weapons. Yeah, you're not allowed to hit with a sword or a knife or anything like that.
Right. Can't cast a fireball at him, I imagine.
No. You're not allowed to do any fireballs or anything like that. It would kind of endanger the whole environment if you were to do that.
I understand.
Yeah.
Makes sense. It's a reasonable rule.
It is. I think so. So none of those shenanigans. No stabbing, no weapons. You can't, say go out and grab a chair and hit it on the opponent's back. Right. It's a test of strength and metal and mind to mind, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, mental fortitude and such.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. This sounds like a charismatic bout, and I'm in. All right. Thank you very much. He pats him on the back. And...
Oh.
Mr. Fiend, that for the first time, sheepishly goes and finds his friends.
I love him!
Oh no! This is the best character.
And he just kind of looks at you, and you just kind of sidle off. And you read the scene.
Yeah, I gotta go back to my friends. That man, very different.
Right. But you were informed as to the guidelines for this event?
Yes. Mr. Fiend pulls out a flask that he has poured his potion of Hill Giant Strength into, and you can just see at the top of the flask there's the big toenail sticking out of it. So we're all good for this.
Lovely.
Pharaoh's gonna squint and be like, is that what I think of this?
Yes, and there's no magic P tests.
Well, in that event, and I will cast Enhance Ability, and I might as well affect everybody with that to increase our strength.
Ooh.
Okay, so you do increase Enhance Ability. Again, are you doing it out in the open, or are you trying to be more secretive about it?
I'm pretty suspect as I am. I don't think that they're going to really do anything. I wouldn't think to do it secretly. So
I can pipe up and be like, maybe do that away from everyone.
As two halflings, kind of like an older couple, sort of male and female, like grayer hair, kind of holding like almost like a cup of copper pieces, kind of walk by you and just kind of look at Toon as they walk by, like, oh, I think he's going to be a part of the second act, and they just like keep walking down.
Toon, I would do that elsewhere, as to not attract the eyes of many, looking around the room as there's many people.
They didn't state outright it was not allowed. We're not being duplicitous here.
I mean, it is not exactly, I'm sure, in the rules that you can do that.
Very well.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to be a sneaky giant woolly mammoth person.
Well, much like, how Farrell cunningly emitted that spell, clinking the cups as a gesture of cheers, you could try to devise a more subtle way of doing it if you like, or you could just be like, fuck it, and just do it more out in the open. But again, totally up to you.
Oh, it's gonna be sneaky.
Okay.
I'm gonna just wave Fiend over to whatever corner is darkest. And it's probably gonna look way more bait than if I just cast the spell.
Hi, yeah. If you do it that way, can I cast Pass Without a Trace and just we'll make this easy on ourselves?
So that nobody can track me through the casino?
So then you at least will have +10 your stealth checks.
Well, there's a set of bathroom doors over here.
Okay, great. Go do that.
On that side, if you wanted to sneak into there and just not be on the same floor.
Fiend, come with me to the bathroom stall.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn and he's gonna follow me into the bathroom.
Does this have to do with the cabin?
No. No, I'm sorry for that. I did not mean to kill you.
We're okay.
Wonderful. And I'm gonna clap my hand on his shoulder and just in tone, it's like, may this night be one of great valiant strength, and the spirit of the bear effuse your body and your actions. And I'm gonna give him advantage on all of his strength checks and double his carrying capacity.
Good, now I can suplex that bitch.
Yeah. All right. And so that'll affect me and him, and I'll leave the bathroom stall.
Okay, so you go in there and make all of a sudden, Fiend, you just notice that your body is just a bit more rounder in certain parts. You're just like beefing up a little bit. Your suit just kind of tightens around all your biceps and your pectorals and everything. You just feel a bit more like you just got pumped up a bit.
Fantastic. Thank you, June. This is going to be very useful.
And as you guys come outside onto the main floor, this is your chance to kind of enjoy the amenities if you like. You can go play a game, you can get a drink, you could go upstairs and see what the high rollers table is, or if you like, you can just kind of wait it out and just wait for the wrestling match to start. Completely up to you.
I would like to get a drink, please.
I'm gonna go claim a table where there's nobody yet. Maybe these two tables. I'm gonna like put my possessions on both of them.
You're that guy.
Just a big flowery staff on one and like a tattered, dirty cape on the other. And I'm gonna hang out there in between the two while my friends go have fun.
He's our DD.
I'll be the DD. I'll be like the team mom.
Our Dungeons and Dragons drunk driver.
Designated driver. Wait, you got that backwards.
I was gonna say designated driver. I wanted to go DD. All the way. Yeah. I wanted to go all the way.
All the way.
All right.
I'm gonna follow Ramiro and then go get a drink.
All right, two people going for a drink. As you see Tune just go over to these two tables. He stands in between as he just puts staff on one table and a bag of goods on the other, and just sits cross-armed here and just keeps eyeing people if they're coming up with their like drinks and everything, and kind of walking up to the table. They go, and they just turn right around and go the other way as he just gives them a stare, just standing there very intensely, trying to shoo people away from these tables that he's reserving. So Farrell and Ramiro, you're going over to the bar. Tarek, what would you like to do?
So all of my friends are going off in different directions.
You watch.
And also, just put your markers where you're going just now, just so I can get a
Okay, let me see.
eyes view.
All right. Let's see
Wait.
where
Oh,
the bar
confusion.
is. Oh, so the bar is right. I was about to say everything.
I went over to the other side thinking that was the bar, but that was the stage.
Everything moves so fast.
I need a D.
And as you guys are kind of separating, Salil's like, just one moment, friends. I'll just gotta go talk to somebody. I'll be right back. And he kind of settles his way
I love this man.
over to the stage area. And actually,
I was gonna grab him real quick before he went. But...
you can certainly do that if you want.
Yeah. I mean, if it's just the two of us left, then sure, yeah.
The girls walked off to go get a drink.
Yeah.
Girls went to the
Sure.
drink, Tune and
Yeah.
Fiend went over to the bathroom.
Yeah. Tarek is still kind of taking in the scene, a little confused. Then he realizes he's left with Salil. He's like, Salil, if I may, I was hoping to have a talk with you.
Yeah, no, of course. What would you like to talk about?
I wanted to apologize for yesterday's possible inaccurate perceptions. Yes, an awkward subject, I understand. I was unaware of your place in Feral's past life. Or current, for that matter. And I perhaps made some judgments that I should have not made, and perhaps spoke ill of you and treated you in an... What I'm trying to say is I am sorry for my behavior yesterday. It was unacceptable, and now that Feral has explained to me the circumstances and situation of what happened between you, I kind of gestures to the suit. Well, first impressions matter, and I didn't make a good one. So, perhaps a fresh start.
Yes, well, I mean, I can't say I made the best first impression on all of you either. I guess it was hard to leave that boy behind. We all got to move on, I guess, at some point, huh?
Yeah. Well, to a fresh beginning. He kind of offers him a hand.
And he goes to take your hand as you shake. And as you're shaking, he just kind of, you can see him kind of looking down in thought. Do you love her?
Absolutely. She saved my life many times. And I owe her my life.
She saved mine many times as well, but they don't think in the same way maybe that you're thinking.
Well.
Take care of her.
Of course. And take care of yourself, Solo. Don't get yourself in any trouble, eh?
Old habits die hard.
Oh. He kind of just laughs a little as he thinks on his past and just like, yeah, they do.
Come on. First round's on me. He puts his hand around your shoulder and directs you over to the bar.
Sure.
And as you are going over the bar, you can see Batrag kind of talking with two of the bartenders that are over here, kind of complaining about a dispute over the supply of a beer or a mead that's in this high supply. Just talking to two humans who are just in patron or just in server outfits. Just like, okay, you guys, look, what do you mean we're out of this meat? I really need this stuff. We got a lot of people that really need the top meat around here, and they're like, I don't know what to tell you, man. We're out of it. Maybe I could send Billy to go get more. I'm like, oh well, I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about Billy. Okay, I gotta even deal with that guy. But we'll do what we can. Okay, hey, how you doing there, gang? You having a good time so far? You enjoying the amenities? And he just like looks at you all.
The what?
Very
the
well,
amenities, the games, the environment.
Very well, thank you. Feels just like home.
I'm sorry, is he at the bar with us? Because I was laughing so hard I lost track of what's happening.
He is my favorite character. I'm not gonna lie.
So good.
With us at the bar? Is that what's happening?
He's behind the bar talking to two of the bartenders as you guys kind of walk up.
by this man.
Girls, it's great. Thank you.
No problem. Silo, you got this first round, buddy? And Silo's like, yes, Petrarch, I do. You run a tight ship, I must say. He's like, well, there's not much else to do around here except for this one thing, so I really wanted to go well. And he's just like very intense about it and just kind of sidles off past you guys over to address another issue going on the floor.
Is he all right? He seemed a little distressed towards the end there. Perhaps he should visit the bathroom. He seems as if he might be having...
Well, he's the manager of the establishment. He hasn't been up for that long, and
right.
He takes his job very seriously. His boss is a little difficult to deal with, let's say.
Who's his boss?
The boss is another drow, another female drow by the name of Dresmorlin. She owns the whole joint.
And is she here tonight? Or perhaps busy elsewhere?
I'm sure you'll probably see her at some point. She likes to make her presence known. I think you'll know it when you see her.
Oh, so something you have in common then?
Exactly. And just kind of looks at you a bit too long.
She kind of squints her eyes and I'm like, what? Like, if you've got something to say it.
I just looks between them confused. Like, what?
And goes, anyway, whatever they want, put it on my tab, friend. All right, no problem. It whips you up a few drinks, pretty much seemingly whatever you guys want.
I just point to an item on the menu.
God.
There's mead, whiskey, cocktail drinks, and another section.
Things.
So
well,
sweet for this.
Do you want to look at the menu before you do that, or do you just want to do a random thing?
She's gonna specifically pick the drink menu so she knows she's getting a drink, and then otherwise she's just gonna do one of these things.
Something sweet, I think, for this one. Looking at Ramira.
She kind of looks at you.
And as you notice down, there's another section of purple pear drinks. Much like
no juice.
At the theater again. All right. So get your various drinks. If you get different cocktails, they make it exactly to your specifications. Whether it's mead, whiskey, nice cocktail drinks, they're able to make it up in a very quick fashion and have it for all of you. So as you have your drinks kind of in hand, kind of got the fruity cocktails with like the little umbrella poking out and some fruit on the sides, beer, whatever else you like. And you see Toon kind of over there, just like staring down people as they're walking by the two tables.
Sparrow waves like, do you want anything? Like, okay. Just...
So it's at this point, like I said before, you're welcome to try any of the amenities around, or we can just fast forward to the wrestling match starting. Up to you.
I'm gonna sit down next to Toon, hands folded, waiting for time.
I'm gonna sneak over to the high rollers table.
Yeah,
I want to go with.
Yeah, you are.
I'll go with. Absolutely.
I want to go. I'm gonna. Okay, all right. As we're like,
You guys just see Fiend creeping up the stairs.
I'm like, wait, I want to go.
Wait.
I'll kind of, as before, like run after Fiend, be like, look over to Salil. Are you coming? Or are you going to deal with stuff down here?
I believe our friends are about to put on a show. I'm just going to give them a little bit of a pep talk and make sure they got everything they got going for them. As he kind of looks, you kind of look over to the stage and you can see Ecstasy, Caitlin, and the rest.
She kind of gets like a look on her face of, oh, are you guys performing?
I'm taking a bit of a break tonight, but the three of them will be bidding on a show with everybody later on.
What do you mean you're taking a break? Since when?
Performers can take breaks sometimes, you know. I wanted to enjoy the show and hang out with all of you fine folk.
Since when do you take breaks?
Well, maybe if you hung around and had a bit more conversations with me, be able to catch up on all the new things that I do.
Then join us as I'm going upstairs with Fiend.
You want him to go upstairs with you?
Yeah, she'll invite him.
Make a persuasion check.
Bet. Because at least the boys will be there. Let's see, persuasion. That is a 12, so not great.
Unfortunately, his other matters seem to be a bit more important at the moment, where he's like, don't worry, I'll come find you in a while. I just gotta have a quick little conversation, and I'll come join you up there in a minute, all right?
Fair. And I run across, like, after Fiend. It's like, Fiend, wait, I want to come.
I think Ramira might sullenly follow up the back end of this just to see how this goes down.
Poorly.
Quietly, like a mouse. Like a mouse.
Like a mouse.
So as Salil goes over to the stage area, Ramira, are you staying with Toon or are you coming up too?
I guess she's gonna turn it. Toon, will you be coming upstairs with us?
I have other business to attend to. And I'm gonna eye Salil over at the corner, and I'm gonna actually make my way over there.
Before you, I'm gonna hold your big paw. I don't think you actually have paws, but in my mind he has paws. Should I come with you?
If you desire, but I think I owe him an explanation.
I will let you do that. And she lets go.
Okay. So as the four of you go up the stairs, up the red velvet stairs, Toon, staying close to the stage, starts to make his way over to Salil. As you go up the stairs, you notice, you go up the stairs for a bit, and there is another orc guard up there, sort of hands crossed, and next to him is a goblin, kind of like beefy stature, almost just like this very wide, muscular goblin, but very, very short. And these two figures, Ramira and Farrell, you recognize from that same underground speakeasy.
Of course we do.
Yeah, we do. I just kind of look at Farrell again and make eyes again, and then go back to normal eyes. But at first she's like, oh my god.
But at this point, I'm okay. Is there, after we get upstairs, somewhere I could pull Ramira off to one side that be like not super secretive, like we're not trying to be obvious that we're having this conversation, but
I will preface that she's not being like crazy obvious,
no,
oh dip man, that's the people, but she's kind of making eyes like, hey.
No, I just would like to go off.
You can certainly just like kind of take her aside as the two of them kind of go forward from you.
Yeah, I kind of want to just, let's see, as we need to go upstairs.
We need to
roll 20.
reveal the upper floor.
Yeah, the upper floor is up here. I'll reveal it in a second.
Okay.
Oh, Fiend's in there. It's totally dark up here. The spell darkness takes over the whole room.
Shocking.
Wow.
But it's up to you two if you want to try to settle back and kind of talk for a minute, but also trying to make sure that the other two don't notice you just going behind them.
I would
Tarek's
just
definitely taking the rear.
I'd like to kind of pull Ramira off to one side, not being like super obvious, like this is a weird, like, we're not being super.
Hey guys, we're stopping up here before we go.
We're like super sus, but no, it's just kind of off to one side away from who, like everybody else, like just stepping off.
Okay. Yeah. That Tarek will kind of just give you two a nod and just make his way up towards Fiend and just kind of go up with him.
She kind of just looks at you.
And Farrell and Ramira
step off to the side. Just kind of go on ahead. We'll be there in a second.
Ramira's eyes are way too big right now.
Say Farrell's like, so kind of looking around. You know that card? I'm gonna say like they're very prevalent.
She just kind of nods. She's since tucked this card way deep, like into. Yeah, that thing's not getting out of there unless like someone rips it out of her bag or something.
Right. I'm sure we're going to see the boss at some sort of timing, like some sort of time. So that could be very interesting. Do we need to tell the boys?
She just slowly shakes her head no.
Great. I didn't think so. Are you gonna be okay?
Yes.
Okay, great.
I will tell Fiend. I will have to tell Fiend later.
To be fair, they also have a lot of things to say to us.
I just hope he doesn't lose this wrestling match. Then it will be worse.
I'm telling you, just blame me.
I will not be doing that.
And fine, we can share the blame.
I will not be doing that.
You will be doing that.
She just kind of shakes her head, like, at you.
All right.
It's hard to talk when there's so many things rattling around in my head.
Do you want to talk about it now?
No, not even remotely.
Okay, great. Can you play a game, or do you just
I never want to play a game ever again.
You just want to watch Fiend?
Yes. And then she kind of just keeps walking up.
Great. We follow.
All right. So eventually the four of you kind of gather to that front door. Again, there's just this very big sort of steel door blocking the entrance to the High Rollers suite. And those two very commanding figures just standing there and just kind of put the hand out. Hello there, everybody.
Hope you How are you doing? Of course. How are you doing on this lovely night?
Doing very well, very well. I assume the rules have been explained to you.
The rules of the High Rollers table.
That's right. And the minimum bet.
I was going to say, what is
which
the minimum buy-in?
500 gold.
Oh, okay. Easy. Out of curiosity, what are the rules of this game? Because we were told we were allowed up here based on our patrons' words. But no, it didn't really explain what game was being played.
There are several games inside that you can play, my good man. Just depends what table you want to sit up at.
Fantastic. What are the games?
The games we have inside today. We have, as I look at my notes, we have Liar's Dice. We have Timora's Spinner. And we have the Hand of Fate.
What is the Hand of Fate?
Come on in and find out, my friend.
Dandy. Let's go.
We'll need your minimum bets, of course.
I was going to say, I slap his hand.
Do we all have to pay it if we're going in?
Seems to be signaling that.
I don't want to go in.
I was about to say, I'll be like, I think me and Ramiro can actually get some more drinks.
I put 500 gold in his hand and I say, now can I bet more once I'm inside?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to grab Fiend's sleeve for just a second. Have so much fun. That is all we have. And then she kind of skirts around and then hightails it.
Zoe, right on us, right?
No.
On us.
No,
I know what I said.
She's scurrying down the stairs like,
She's like booking it down the stairs. I know what I said.
as you leave Beryl standing there. No, she means on behalf. Have fun, and then also runs after her.
You see Fiend like squeezing this bag.
Should be responsible with what we have, Fiend.
Oh, I feel that this is deeper. There's something behind this bag of not enough gold. Do you want to play, Tarek?
I will simply accompany you. He turns to the guy. If that is all right, I am with him, but I will not be betting.
Play.
I am simply with him.
Lose money like I had
Do it. Play.
to follow your fate, Tarek.
Fiend puts his arms up and he goes, "Do you allow arm fluff in the door?"
He's waiting for Tarek to give a response.
What? I don't. What?
Are you with this person?
I'm stood right here. Yes, I am with him.
Brazen he is about our relationship.
What?
Yes.
Are we allowed in or not?
Make a persuasion check, Fiend.
That's my middle name.
Eric doesn't understand what the fuck.
No, it's not. It's Robert. Let's see. All right. That would be an 8.
An 8.
Really bad.
Unfortunately, the orc bouncer is like, sorry there, mate. Only people paying are going to be allowed inside this place.
I would just take another 500. Come on, Tarek.
No,
No, I can't let you soak all night. Sulk.
What?
Not soak.
What? I'm not.
This way, gentlemen. And he just sighs apart as once again you just hear some lock kind of
so much gold, Fiend.
unlocking, and the metal door slides open, and a big bellow of cigar smoke and chatter and everything just kind of billows out, and you do hear a familiar voice kind of wafting through all the smoke and chatter inside as you see these tables open up to you. You see a familiar pink furbolg woman dressed to the nines in this nice silver metallic suit with like a high collared button up and a matching tie, going, "Oh, for God's sakes, dearie, that's not what I wanted at all. This place is crap." And it's there that we're gonna take our break, guys.
Fiend, it's your wife. It's Fiend's wife.
Yes. Money.
It's your wife. Yes, it makes sense that she's here.
So we're going to take our break here, guys, just for a chance to stretch the legs. Sorry, it took a bit longer than normal to get to that point. But yeah, we're going to take this moment to stretch the legs, refill drinks and all that. And then we will return with a little bit like a fun little quick gambling and then some wrestling. So at this point, guys, for the subscribers, it's your time to shine. For those of you that are not subscribed, maybe consider doing so, because we're going to have you enter a keyword into the chat. And just enter it once, and anyone can enter it, no matter where you live. And you'll be entered to possibly gain a spot into a one-shot that I'm getting ready to do for all of you lovely people for supporting the channel. So what should the keyword be, guys? Broke?
Broke. Yeah, that's a good one.
I think that's a good one.
What we're going to be after this?
Broke.
Ooh,
Type in broke once in the chat, and we'll come back and let Nightbot do his thing. We'll be back in around 10 minutes, guys, so stick around. This is going to get pretty good. Woohoo! Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you all for letting us take a quick little break there. And quite a few of you actually entered into the giveaway this week. So thank you all very, very much for all those subs. We very much appreciate it. All right. So there is around 5 of you in there. So Nightbot, again, being drunk, being a weirdo, isn't able to work. So I'm going to roll a D10 here. And that will determine who gets to be put into the game. 1 to 2 will be Shadow Lantern 193. 3 to 4 is Everyday Mo. 5 to 6 Zane Zalan. 7 to 8 God Smiley, and 9 to 10 Bella the Fab 22. So here we go. Kind of poignant for the casino counter that we're rolling dice to see who gets to be in there, and it is a 9. So Bella the Fab.
Look at that! You give us
22. Look at that!
You give us
New subscriber, new addition to the community, and you just got entered into a one shot. So thank you for all your awesome support of the channel. We really appreciate it. And we will be in contact with you when we kind of have more concrete idea of when the game will be. So you've joined Cillian on that table. So congrats. Thank you all so much. And for all those that did sub and entered, don't worry, because you'll have another shot this Wednesday when we have our second campaign, the Phalai, coming at you this Wednesday around 5:30 p.m. PST. With Jody Rose taking on the DM chair and me hopping on as a player. So very stoked about that, everyone. So you'll have another shot on Wednesday, and then we'll do it again on next Monday. So come on back this Wednesday. Would love to have you. All right. So with that all out of the way, let's dive back into the Orchid Casino here. And we are going to actually pick up with Toon, who is in the downstairs part of the casino at the moment, who mentioned he wanted to walk over to talk to Lllllet.
Correct.
So as you're kind of right when you're kind of walking over, you just see the rest of your of the party kind of walk up those stairs and go up, and right when they've done that, you've kind of gone over to Lllllet before he's able to kind of make his way behind stage.
Perfect.
You kind of catch him in that corner there.
All right. So coming up behind him, I'm not going to bandy words or anything. I'm going to cut to the quick of why I want to speak to him. Mm-hmm. So coming up, as soon as I'm about 5 feet from him, Lllllet, do you know why I hold such enmity towards you?
Got something against singers?
Hardly. I dare say that stunt you pulled on our first meeting, the ditty that you sang about Lilith or Feral, whatever you'd like to call her. Oh, 'tis a mark against you. Not enough to stoke the ire that I feel. I recognize that, well, the light that I hold you in is perhaps unjust. But you see, I see part of myself in you. You understand that you and Feral, there is love lost between you. You and her were parted for some time, and in that time, she's changed, moved on, and I do not think that your feelings have. You would come back and rend her asunder. You will force her hand. She does not love you anymore, and that is no fault of hers, but you will force her to be cruel, in the way that a sudden storm or a hurricane can be cruel for sweeping through a village and crushing homes, ruining lives. It is not malice or ill intent. Simply part of that thing's nature. And it is in her nature to be a powerful force, and you would throw yourself in front of that. But for all of the virtue in her, she would feel such guilt to hurt you. She does not love you anymore, but you must step out of the way. Step out of the path of that storm.
I hear what you're saying. And I do feel fairly embarrassed about our initial first meeting.
It is something that I can forgive. But Feral, she is in your life like a great stream of coursing rapids. And you are to you will throw yourself upon those sharp stones, and that river will claim you. And whether you come out the other side or not, you will not be the better for it.
You can just kind of see him kind of processing.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder, kind of gently, and now I'm introspective. I have been this whole time. A lot of what I don't like about him is that I kind of lingered around after I fell out of love with somebody, and I could see the darkness starting to well up in myself, and that sort of almost resentment. And I don't want him to get to that. I want him to help himself and help her in the process, because she doesn't want to hurt him, and she's gonna end up hurting him. So I put my hand on his shoulder, and there is always something beautiful to be remembered after we've felt love and shared that with someone. But there is a better place for you to pit your heart. And I just nod at him, and I'm going to turn and go back to the tables.
As you kind of put your hand on his shoulder.
Does he flinch because I turned him into a weasel at one time?
Yeah. I was going to say, as you kind of go to like put your hand up, I was like, ugh. He just kind of like flinches for a minute as you put your giant mammoth hand on his shoulder.
Weasel flashbacks.
You say those words. Have you ever has there ever been something you wish you could go back and change?
It is unwise to think upon what could have been when we are thrust forward in our lives. Remember, and remember fondly, but do not pine for something that is long past. You will stir up no small amount of trouble in doing such things. I pity you, as I pity myself.
Seem to be speaking from experience here.
I've no small amount of that. But yes, I do speak from experience, and I found the best thing that I was able to do was move on.
How did you move on?
Well, I thought of perhaps simply trying to set my heart to other endeavors, but alas, that is not the way when you're trapped within the current or the winds of one who holds so much power. I was forced to leave, as I think it would be wise for you to. I'm afraid my disposition will not change. I do not hold you in high esteem, or a small mark against you, and I will admit that may perhaps be a fault in my judgment, but the wisest thing that you could do is take yourself elsewhere before you stir up cataclysmic consequences for yourself.
See you at the fight.
Mm. And then I go back to the table.
And the two of you just part ways as you see him sort of stepping into the stage and then goes to this backstage area over here. And as you leave that conversation back to your table tune, transition over to Farrell and Ramira. Are you going back to Tune's table? Because you guys went back the other way, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go sit. I'll probably grab a drink really quick and then sit down again.
Okay.
As I walk by, I'll be like, Tune, do you want a drink? As I'm assuming he's walking back to his table. Tune, do you want a drink?
No, but thank you. I'm in my thoughts now.
Oh, it's
Okay.
sad. I'm sad.
All right.
All right.
Bear will also get another drink.
When I sit down with Tune, she's just gonna start braiding any kind of hair next as they're both sitting. She's bored. She's gonna just braid his hair, whatever. It doesn't make sense, but she's like, yeah, this hair goes together. It's fine.
This hair goes together.
All right. So as you guys are going getting some more drinks, refreshing the cups, braiding Tune's hair, we're going to do a quick double take over to Fiend and Tarek, who are up in the high roller suite up here. So the two of you going up there to that room, and you see just a manner of just really well-dressed people. You see your friend Lllllet off in the corner there on another table, just like slamming on it. Just, this thing's fucking rigged, dearie. I can't understand why you would let me cut in. And they're just like yelling at somebody as you enter the room with billowed cigar smoke kind of wafting past your faces.
I wonder where Lllllet had gotten to.
Lllllet, my dear.
What I do? Hey, hello there. How do you doing? Get the fuck off me. It just like slaps that hand off. It just comes over to you. It just kind of comes over and gives you a big hug. Kind of lifts you up.
Tarek steps away, avoiding also getting the same treatment.
What's going on here? Is there something you want to tell me about? And just points up at your horn that she just immediately notices.
No worries. Just a little back from death. You know how things go.
What brings you guys over here? Are you here to see the fucking big fight downstairs?
Oh, yes. I aim to fight him after he's done.
Oh, so you're gonna be the challenger, eh?
I am hoping.
I was kind of thinking about doing the same thing.
How were you?
Yeah, well, you know, felt pretty good after a little vampire bout not that long ago.
You are a very powerful adversary, but I don't believe in wrestling they allow iron suits.
If they catch you.
I said the same thing. You know.
Well, I know that it's starting pretty soon. Probably can get one more good game in here, though. You guys gonna join my table?
Sure, why not? It sounds like the table's down at the moment.
Yeah, well, Ben did get back on the hot streak any moment. Come on over here. And she just kind of saddles you both to come over to her table. So the game that they are playing is Timora's Spinner. So you see on the table, there's just basically a giant roulette wheel. Black and white, spinning around as people are kind of like placing bets, putting their chips down, getting ready for the next round. Did you want to start this game?
Sure, what is the rules?
Yeah, how does it work?
I mean, I love roulette. That's the first number I ever won on. So
there you go. So this is Timora's Spinner. So it's that minimum 500 buy-in. Each player chooses one of two options. You can either choose a number between 1 and 20, or choose whether the result of the die rolled will be odd or even. The dealer then is going to roll a d20. If a player chose a specific number, they win triple their bet. If the die lands on said face. If a player chose between even or odd, they win 1.5 times their bet if the die lands on a correct face. A player loses otherwise.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah, Tarek, are you sitting down and playing? We have 500 gold for you to mess with.
Fine.
All right. So going for Timora's spinner, 500 gold.
Yep. I am going to add an additional 1,500 on evens.
2,000.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm going to put can I split? Can I put 1,500 on even and 500 on a number?
I believe. So you're picking one or the other, not both.
Okay. 2,000 gold on even.
On even, okay.
Oh, no.
Dealer looks over to you, Tarek. What are the dice?
Well, perhaps we bet against each other. See, it means we win something.
Fair enough, I suppose. Or you could bet a number and you might win back most of what I lose.
No, it's. I think that's not a risk I'm willing to take, I'm afraid. I only have the 500 you gave me to bet with, so 500 on odds.
500 odds? 2,000 evens? You, lady? I'm not a fucking lady here. Okay, so I'm going to say... feeling a bit spicy. I'm going to say 12.
Interesting.
Just gonna go for it, you know? While we're young.
Can I make an insight check on that?
You sure
If
can.
there's any, if she seems a little too confident about that number?
Sure.
No, Tarek's still too much in his, in his.
Still trying
that
to
was
maneuver
2.
the suit.
That's a total of a 7. So I think he's a little too distracted. Really, he's not in his element at all.
So this die is going to be rolled. I'm going to roll it for each of you. So there won't be just one roll for the whole thing, or we can do one roll for all.
Oh.
However you like.
That's why I bet odds, was so that we win something.
Right. Okay, so we'll do one roll for everybody, just on the thing.
Yeah.
So you see the dealer. All right, bits are locked in. Starts rolling the thing. Takes his dice. I was so 13.
Oh, no.
I can't believe Ilya almost got that.
That would have been fucking awesome.
Wait.
13. 13 is the number, everybody. 13. You just see Ilya go, God. And just getting like more frustrated than she was obviously before. But odds win. And Fiend, you had odds?
No,
I
I
had
had
odds.
evens. Tarek
You had
odds.
even. Tarek had odds. There you go, sir. And he just kind of shuffles over some coin over to you. So you got 1.5 your bet. So you bet 500. So it'll be like around another 800, I think.
So what? So 800
Or no,
plus the
250. 1.5 the bet.
Oh, 1.5 the bet. Gotcha. Oh wow, it's not even double. Damn. Rip. So that's extra 250. Nice. I'm up 750 gold as I didn't pay that. Nice.
So you just have this extra 250 just kind of pushed over to you, as you're just like, you were kind of hesitant at first. You're kind of like, oh shit. Like you've got kind of a hot streak going as you're getting like maybe a bit more into this thing they were initially doing. As the dealer kind of takes Fiend's 2000, like, sorry sir, better luck next time. Puts it over.
No problem.
And you see Lllllet go. Okay, what? One more game, and then I can't fucking lose another goddamn thing here. I'm a little bit in the hole right now. How about some Hand of Fate? You guys want to do Hand of Fate?
What's Hand of Fate, Lllllet? You let me know.
All right. So she explains Hand of Fate, which is pretty much like Texas Hold'em poker with a river. So what you're going to do is a player is going to roll a d12, and then you're going to keep it secret. Then after that, you roll your d12. Each player has a chance to raise the bet, call the bet, or fold. This continues until all bets are equal. Then a d12 is rolled, which all the players can see that the dealer rolls, right? And then a player has a second chance to raise, call, or fold. Then a second and final dice d12 is rolled. Then you all get to, raise, call, fold. The player with the highest, and then you reveal your dice, and the player with the highest combined total wins the pot.
Oh,
definitely. Let's do that.
So you're going to roll a d12, right? Raise, bet, call, bet, fold. I'll roll d12. You'll do another round of betting. I'll roll another d12, final round of betting, and then everyone reveals what their d12s were.
Okay.
I think I have that. That sounds a little confusing, but
don't worry. I'll walk you.
I'll work it out.
I will walk you through it. So, you're like, Hand of Fate, Hand of Fate. You're like, all right, let's go.
All right, Hand of Fate.
Let's go, guys. I'm feeling really lucky about this one. And the dealer just goes, well, you're kind of... I don't want them to know. All right, I don't want them to. Just give me the fucking die, and just like takes it from him, just like snatches the die from him. So, roll your d12, everyone.
As Tarek rolls, how much you down, Lllllet?
It's I think I'm about 40k in the hole.
Just tonight.
Yeah.
You had 40,000 to bet anyway? Jeez.
Well, I've got a lot of shit in my fucking car. So I got a lot of things I can, put it up against. I'm good for it, but...
this whole gambling thing might not be for you.
Yeah, well, I'm not really supposed to be in these places, per se.
Yes, I think you should perhaps go.
It's fine. We'll do the last one. It'll be this last one, and then we'll fucking... We'll be good. We'll go down. It'll be fun. All right. And then looking over to you, Tarek, you have a chance to raise, set the first bet.
Real quick,
hello, Ray.
Yes, hello, Ray.
Yeah, thank you.
Woo! For the fireball.
For the fireball.
We are currently in the middle of a quick gambling game at a casino encounter, and then going to go down to a wrestling match. So it should be pretty fun. So did you want to set the bet?
So remind me how it works, because I'm unsure.
So basically, your die is going to be combined with 2 more d12s for a total. Highest total wins. So right now you have a chance to set the bet. You can bet as much money as you want, as little money as you want.
Is there a minimum to...
For this round, for this setting right now, no, because you've already given your 500 bet. This is just like for playing the game right now. So you could bet like 100 gold, 5 gold, 1 gold to start off.
He'll just leave it for now. He'll just
go check. Leave it empty.
Check.
All right.
Yes.
Goes over to Fiend.
A fucking check, really? This is a high rollers table, Tarek.
What?
How many people are playing? Because was this a full table?
It was until you guys showed up, and it's just the 3 of you.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's just Lllllet, you, and him.
Lllllet, you're not sweating over there with your debt. You want to make this interesting, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can dig you out of this hole. 2,000 down.
All right then. All right. see. I will see your 2,000, and I will raise you 4,000.
Ilya.
So the total bet right now is 6,000 gold.
Watch yourself.
With 8,000 in the pot. Okay. So I will call at 4,000, I guess. So that means we're sitting at a 12,000 pot.
Yep. Tarek? So this means, Tarek, that you didn't put a money down, so you either have to match their bet or you have to fold.
Well, I have to match 12,000?
Yeah.
No, you have to match
6,000.
To match 6,000. I don't have that gold. So, no.
Can he all in? And
you could just do all in. It just means like you're just spending whatever you do have, and then you're just gonna let the fates decide.
The 750 that I have?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you have the potential to gain all of the things that's in here, but you could also lose everything you have.
Well, it's up my gold fiend.
All right. Putting it in the 750.
12,750 gold.
All right. So the dealer's going to go, all right, bet's locked in. Says that. He's going to roll the second D12. And it is a 12.
Oh.
And so
your
that
number
gets added to our dice?
Correct. So the dice on the table is the public dice that your dice is added to for the total.
All right, Ilya. I believe it's my bet. I'll go all in. I'll put in my last 2,810 gold in this pot. 820 gold. 2,820 gold in this pot.
I told you.
See how much of a hole we can dig you out of, my dear. Are you fishing?
I like it.
Fiend.
And you just see her just salivating at that bet. 2,800?
2,820.
How about this?
Right.
Just pulls up a pouch. Let's make it an even 3,000. Puts it in there. Plus an item of your choosing. And puts down this gauntlet.
Okay, deal. Fiend shoves his gold on the table. This was the last turn, right? Oh, do I have to bet something in addition to that? Because I only have 20.
She's basically making up to the 3,000 and then trying to put to basically call you to put an item on the table as well.
Okay. Fiend takes off his ring of the ram.
Oh, no.
Puts it on the table.
Okay.
Well, dearie, what are you showing?
Well, the dealer's going to roll one more D12. Four. So 12 and 4 are on the table.
Okay.
So that's 16. And now you reveal your final dies.
I can't be in this, can I? Because I couldn't match, right?
I believe I'm showing 28.
No way. No way. Let's go. John.
All magic comes with a price.
Interesting.
Well, dearie, what do you have? Oh! I gotcha. 28 showing, dearie.
I had an 8.
And she just kind of was just looking out, kind of stunned, as the dealer goes, very well, very good, sir. Puts over the pot towards you. And how much did you win?
So that was 8. I had, 8,820 gold in the pot, and she put in 9,000 even.
Plus the
and then
750
750 from Tarek.
That wasn't my goal to begin with, so I don't care.
Right. Would you like to do another bet, sir? Nope. I think that's going to gonna do it for me, I think. Should we go down to this fucking wrestling match? And just like gets up and is just super fucking upset and just kind of storms past you and past anyone who's in her way.
Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. I did not mean to take all her fucking money.
She'll never marry you now, Fiend.
I know. We'll see. I'll buy her something nice.
She'll
And
marry you for your money.
What was the gauntlet I got from her?
You have to identify it.
Oh, okay. Can I just ask? Hey, what does this do? Are you going to use this to win?
Let's just go and watch the match, and I'll tell you about it later, okay? And she's
Sounds
just
like
like
a plan.
very kind of furious and kind of just doesn't want to really talk to you for the moment. But as you come back down to the main floor of the casino here, you kind of start to see people kind of gathering to their tables and hushing as Batrog is coming to the main part of the ring.
Griffin is so upset.
Of course I am.
I was upset.
Oh,
I was just watching Griffin's face.
gotta tip your dealer.
I was
My
like,
bad.
God
Griffin.
damn.
Griffin, you've
I'm
watched a
dead.
player die, and I've not seen you more upset than I saw you just
2
then.
years I worked at the
Tip your
casino.
fake dealer.
My bad.
2 years.
I totally would have 20 gold to the
Tip your fake dealer right now.
And 20 gold to the fake dealer. Got it.
Wow.
This is why I live for
Wow.
dragons.
Wow.
Tip your
wow.
fake dealer.
Griffin, I tipped the dealer. I'm going to need you to get all the way off my back about this.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh.
I just realized we have both of our favorite NPCs on place.
So, as Fiend and Tark and everyone comes down, the crowd kind of hushes for a minute as the lights inside, the sort of magical luminance that's just kind of keeping this place lit up, start to dim slightly. As a floating microphone descends down from the ceiling and just starts to hover in front of Batrog's face. His nice sort of a suit adorned with those giant bifocals as the drow takes and goes as that kind of creaking noise emanates from the microphone. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the wrestling tournament here in Bryn Shander. We appreciate you all for coming to the Orc Casino tonight, and we're gonna have quite the evening ahead of us. If you could all just please take your seats, I will be introducing the fighters in a very short time. And he just kind of says that. And Fiend and Tarek, you go to the table where Toon and Farrell and Ramir are at.
Yeah.
Okay. Just like in case you wanted to say anything or just show up.
Well, just sit down at the
Farrell
table.
would be like, so how did it go?
My hair is being braided.
Yeah, your hair is
I'm feeling
It's
introspective.
beautiful. You look
Ramira doesn't really look up. She just continues to make use of her braiding
that's fine.
skills.
Fiend won the money back from me that he paid for me to get in. So
wait.
profit?
how much?
9,750 gold.
Oh,
On
that's wonderful.
top
Just
of what?
don't talk to Ilya about that though.
Oh yes,
Ilya's here?
Ilya is here. Yes, she has a really bad betting problem.
And this thing. Hold up the gauntlet.
Wait. They have a bad gambling problem, and also you took the gauntlet from them.
No, she
She bet it.
put it in the pot.
I'll put my ring of the ram in the pot.
Why do we let you people go off on your own?
I didn't do
That's
anything.
a rhetorical question. I don't need an answer.
Seem to be more profitable.
As you say that, this music starts to erupt from over from the stage area. As you see a few band members just playing a type of theme music.
Kevin, it's the battle music, and you're making me scared.
I know. I don't get copyrighted theme music for wrestling is hard, so it's got to be battle music.
Yeah, no, it's a battle of sorts.
As a Batrog is in the middle of the ring, it says, "All right, everyone, the time has come. Introducing first, our challenger, weighing around 230 pounds, our favorite dragonborn, Lemred Tazovar, and just points over sort of behind the stage area as you see this just meaty looking red-scaled dragonborn kind of come out from the curtains and just coming down, tail kind of hitting everything in sight. Not really adorned in very much, has just some guards on his forearms, some guards on his shins, has kind of these sort of short, like athletic shorts on, and is just adorning to the crowd. You see him just kind of roll into, like, jumps over the ropes and does a somersault and goes as fire just comes out of his mouth. And it's quite a show as everyone's just clapping and in awe of his sort of presentation. He goes, very well there, sir. Just go over to your corner over there and I'll be introducing the champion shortly. And then as he kind of just sidles up to his corner and is just kind of getting ready, the music then quiets down a bit. And he's like, and also I'd like to thank our referee for this evening, all the way from winter's warmth, Tiny Tina. And she says that, and the little halfling that had made your adornments earlier kind of hops and skips into the ring with that frizzy, curly red hair in this referee kind of makeshift outfit that looks like they just took like sort of a white shirt and white pants, just painted like stripes all over it. And it's just kind of signaling to the crowd, just bowing, and everyone's just like giving a humble sort of clap and applause. And he goes, all right, everyone, the time has come. Introducing your World Wrestling Champion. And as everyone kind of gives a bit of a hush, Kotomoj! And as that happens, this music kind of comes from behind the stage as the sort of makeshift band is kind of trying their best to kind of match to this theme music. And this huge, hulking, enormous, white-haired, woolly mammoth Luxodon appears from the drapes as the crowd just goes, "Aah!" Just thunderous applause, wearing this huge golden plated belt with this kind of red leather around his waist. And again, just wearing kind of these short athletic shorts, some elbow pads around the elbows and on the knees, bare feet. Again, just like big thunderous steps coming close. And Toon, as you got kind of a closer range on this person, you actually do recognize this Luxodon from your from one of your neighboring tribes.
Okay.
And that tribe's name was the Falling Tooth. So as he kind of steps by you, the two of you kind of make eye contact for a second as he just gives you kind of a side eye, just like a recognition of sorts.
Just have that slow-mo moment as they cross paths.
And steps into the ring, gets up on the corner as the combatants. Let's just find this here. Now that, oh, that's not it. Don't want to hide, want to reveal. And we want these people to... All right. So as they're in the middle of the ring, and Batrog starts to give the introductions, kind of explain like, all right, guys, I want a clean fight. Nothing too crazy. No stabbing, no weapons allowed. And if you get on my back about that, get all the way off my back about that. All right. So anyway, let the match begin. Ding, 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 ding. He kind of just singles it out as he kind of just steps out from from between the ropes. And they just kind of circle each other for a while. And Koto Moj kind of makes the first fight as they kind of signal around, just runs at him and just picks him up, just this powerful slam right in the center of the ring, and just picks up this very beefy Dragonborn like it is nothing. His speed is pretty damn fast too. It's just charged him, just made the first move. And still just kind of dominating as he slams him down and just kind of gets his arm into a hole, just puts his massive mammoth foot on the Dragonborn's face and just starts just pulling up as he's just on the floor trying to get free. And just very slightly gets out of the hold, stands back up, and kind of sweeps the mammoth off of his leg as he falls down on the ground, and the Dragonborn seemingly getting up to the top rope for a diving elbow. And as he gets up and kind of gets up with 2 elbows out, the mammoth just leans his weight on his back of his neck and kips himself up on 2 legs and just super kicks the Dragonborn in midair, just like a shot right in the freaking air, and just kind of a front flip, falls down on the ground, and they just go blow for blow. And as the Dragonborn's kind of up on top, or on the ground, I should say, the mammoth climbs up to the top rope and just waiting for the Dragonborn to kind of get up as he's kind of dazed, and then reaches up and just launches himself over to the Dragonborn, but puts himself so that his butt is basically on the air and just collapses right on him, just squishes him with all of the weight that the mammoth has to offer. At this point, just falls down, and he is just winded. And again, the ref kind of goes 1, 2, but then the woolly mammoth gets up and just ties his arm around the leg of the Dragonborn and just starts cranking it as you just see the Dragonborn going, ah, and just freaking out in pain. And he's trying to find a rope somewhere. He's trying to just find anything to break it, but it's not enough. As the ref is just like, come on, are you gonna give up? You gonna give up? He's no. And you just see the mammoth as he looks over to the crowd, and they're just going, break it. He just goes, all right. And just snaps the leg as it contorts from the knee joint and the ankle joint, just seemingly go in opposite directions. And then you just see the Dragonborn going, just tapping out on the ground. The fight is over as the bell ding 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 rings. Jeez. And the mammoth just gets back up as he kips himself back up from the ground, and just this applause just going around to everyone, to Koto Maj, as Batrock gets back in the ring and goes, well, I think that was the longest fight you've had yet. Welcome, everybody. This was a splendid display of strength, but like we do here at all these tournaments, we cannot let that be the end of it. Somebody here's got to win that immunity, right, guys? Right? And everyone just like, yeah. It goes, all right, everyone. This is about the time where we go out to the crowd and see if anyone here wants to take their chance at good old Koto Moj here. And as he sort of slaps him on the shoulder, Koto Moj just looks at him and he goes, right. So anyone out there brave enough to take on this fine specimen?
Mr. Fiend, during the pinning section, had already drank his flask and is currently chewing on a toenail. And he's loosening his tie, walking towards the stage already.
Break a leg?
No.
It's all right if he does
did.
Frill's like, I mean, it's the right expression.
Let's not.
And as Fiend starts to take off his tie, put his jacket on the ground, he's like, well, it looks like we have a challenger, everyone. And as you kind of get more into view, it's like, well, this is a surprise. I didn't know you were a fighter there, my friend.
as Mr. Fiend finally takes off his button-down shirt, he is just fucking big.
Farrell puts a hand out and catches
He like kicks his shoes off, looks back at Tarek, like noticing the shoes have been kicked off because the soles of them aren't very grippy.
Farrell will put a hand out for your tie and shirt. She's like, just toss them to me. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Oh my! As you just like feel that shirt, and you just have these like 8-pack abs and just these bulging pectorals just inching out, just almost like throbbing out of your skin. Just
He even looks taller. He's like 6'4" now instead of 5'10".
He goes, well. It looks like we've got a fine challenger here.
The incredible Fiend.
You sure you know what you're getting into, my good man?
You hear Fiend go.
Getting into Luxodons is tight.
Getting into Luxodons is tight.
Kotamoj, do you accept this challenge? And Kotamoj just kind of comes over to you, and he's standing like 7'5", like 350. This is a beast of a Luxodon, and just kind of looking down at you. I will break you. Steps back to his corner and is just looking at you.
Hey, big boy. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Oh. Tarek is just going to lean over to Romero and be like, you're the one who's going to be putting him back together when he comes back to us in pieces.
I'll take that off my debt.
There's gonna be no light where you're going, friend.
They're turning the lights off in here? What?
No, I think he is planning on shoving my head between his legs. We'll see.
That's not how wrestling works.
He climbs up into the ring.
As Batroc says, well, now that our contestants are ready to go, this is, of course, the time where I'd like to do one final betting round on who's going to win tonight's tournament. Put in all your bets over to the bartender, and may the best person win.
I have no gold with which to bet.
I have 85 gold, and I'm betting it all on Fiend.
I want to push you 75. I'm like, here, add this to it.
I
What's
have
the
gold,
odds?
but it's in my jacket, not here.
No, I add 75 to his 85. Like, there you go.
Are the odds 1 to 1?
Intention is like more of a show of confidence to Fiend. I want to make sure that he sees me walking over.
Oh no. Farrell straight up just like pushes the gold towards you.
Ramire's just got her hands folded on the table.
I will take off
Puts
that.
her head down.
I will take off that 75.
Okay.
I'll sit with Ramiro.
How's
You
the?
all make your bets.
Is it 1-1?
It's 1-1.
Look at the size. Come on. I wouldn't haggle. It's fine.
You can.
If it was 3 to 1, I would totally put $8,000 on this.
You're more than welcome to haggle with Batroc if you want to make the odds more.
Not that's Griffin wants to. My character wouldn't.
Yeah, I feel that.
Does anyone else want to try to up the odds?
Fiend leans down to Baltrog. The odds are 1 to 1.
Yeah, well, so far, my good friend.
Now, does that look like it makes a whole lot of sense to me? Somebody from the audience fighting the champion, shouldn't it be at least 3 to 1?
Yeah, well, people don't really have a lot of money to go around. It's more just
I
for
tell
show.
you what, you wink at me, 3 to 1. I'll put 8,000 down on this match.
Make up persuasion.
Are you crazy?
No.
That is a 15. 10 plus 5.
Looks at you. Done.
Oh.
And done. And he goes over
It's in my jacket. Check with my party.
as he sends someone over to collect what he had bet.
Farrell will.
Toon is doing the
over.
betting. What?
Toon's doing the betting, but Farrell will like. Toon's walked away to the bar.
Oh, did we hear this? Or is he just
check
walking
with
over?
my party. Farrell caught his jacket.
Oh, fair enough.
And she'll slide it.
Oh no.
And then call the fiend. I hope you know what you're doing.
Do I witness this happening?
Well, you're sitting with them, no?
So you gotta,
or did you go to the bar before this happened?
I thought I went there already, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop it from happening, but I'm gonna grumble a bit and.
Daryl's just like,
everything.
I am aware. Then she just.
Well, so be it.
Okay, there you go, fiend. Good to go.
And with that,
Hope he knows what he's doing.
Me too.
Batrog gets out of the ring. Challenge round begins now. Ding, ding, ding. Fiend, let's roll initiative to see who goes first.
Do we get our plus from our initiative bonus?
Yes.
Cool. That is an 18.
18. You are going first.
Cool. If I can use any special move as long as it is a plus, because I start with 0 counters, right?
You start with 0 counters. So for those watching this right now, I have a bit of a move system that I've specially prepared for this encounter. I sent John Fiend a set of special wrestling moves that can only be done in this kind of encounter that we are both able to do, that will allow us to do kind of special things to each other, that will enable us to try to do pins and try to do a special move and things of that nature. So, Mr. Fiend, as Kotamaj is just kind of eyeing you up, just kind of looking over at the crowd and just kind of like not even looking at you as a threat at this point.
Mr. Fiend, with his bare feet and his slacks, just boom, and begins running and takes a right hard, hops off of the ropes and does a lion salt backwards onto this woolly mammoth, attempting for, I guess, just that unarmed strike to start it off.
Unarmed strike, all right. Rolled.
He's going to be doing the lariat jumping kick if he hits. My strength is now 21.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That would be... if I have that right... Sorry, I just have to double check. Not often that me as a sorcerer punches a dude in the face. Okay, so that is going to be a 20 to hit.
20. As you go to do that,
Oh no.
the giant Lexodon, as you kind of jump to the ropes and does a backflip. He's just gonna make eye contact with you as you're like Superman punch in the air. He's gonna use a reaction to put disadvantage on the attack roll.
Disadvantage on the attack roll.
Yeah.
I rolled a 16 and an 18. So that's a 26 and a 28.
That hit.
Let's go!
Just fucking claps him with the lariat.
So as he kind of goes up, you see this just a huge Superman punch right into the hairy Lexodon, right in the face.
Boom! And then we're doing unarmed strikes, which is just 1 plus your strength modifier, right, for damage?
Yeah.
That'll be 6 damage then. And I am going to add on the lariat / jumping kick, which immediately after hitting a large or smaller creature with an unarmed strike, you can attempt to shove them. If you make the attack at the end of the long jump and hit, you can push them up to 15 feet away from you instead of 5 feet.
Okay.
So I guess I was doing a long jump on that.
So do you make another hit?
No, it looks like it's just the shove, so I get a +1 on my... It looks like if I hit, I can shove, and I get +1 on my special moves counter.
Okay, sweet. So you go up and go just with that huge hit, just kind of just rock him back 15 feet as he is going to roll. So which way did you want to try? Were you coming at him this way or that way?
I was over here jumping off, so pushing him this way.
So 5,
into that corner.
10. Do you want to try to push him in here?
Yep.
Okay. So
Referee is crushed.
Hit the corner over there. Currently a little bit dazed from that huge initial hit in the corner. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
He stands up and just says, "There's only one champion here tonight. There's only one spot at the top, and I don't share."
As he is saying that, as he gets about halfway through it, Tarek will use thaumaturgy to make his voice louder. So it echoes around the room.
It just bellows like your voice is now a mic, like a megaphone, Mr. Fiend. As you say that,
Mr. Fiend doesn't need a microphone. He has Tarek.
Mr. Fiend is in black slacks and his black armor vest thing that he wears underneath his suit.
I'm gonna stomp my feet and trumpet as loud as I can in celebration.
And as you do that, you see Kotamaj just shove his jaw back in his mouth. So you do have something to offer.
Bring it on, Hairball.
You see his eyes just widen as he's just finally someone actually made a dent in him for the first time in a long time. And he is going to just rocket out of the corner and fucking rush you at incredible speed. And he is also going to make an unarmed strike against you. That is going to be a 17.
That meets. Is there a way I can stealthily shield?
You can certainly try.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to do that. Where the somatic
wasn't allowed.
He's gonna say the words under his
immediately.
Yeah, he's gonna say the words under his breath, and as for his somatic components, he's going to be very exaggerated, like he's going up to block.
So as he kind of goes in for his hit, you go, "Huh!" Shield. You kind of just whisper it under your breath,
and aim the shield underneath my vest. So if
under your vest,
just move me back
under your vest, like armor.
Yeah,
that you acquired. You say, "Shield." Nothing happens.
Ooh, baby, that's the problem.
As you're just like, shield. Oh shit! As you see this
magic circle.
As you see this huge fist come at you. And so that's gonna hit.
Okay. No.
So I think, sorry, I'm just finding damage for an unarmed strike is, I believe it's a D6 plus strength.
I don't know what his things are, but it's for me, it's 1 plus the strength modifier, 1 damage plus strength.
Yeah, for him it's a D6.
Fuck. Should have been a monk.
You take 13 points of damage as this massive hulking fist just hits you right in the fucking face. And
okay.
He is going to he's going to he's just going to do that, and then he's going to make a second attack. Once again, 17 to hit.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
So as he comes up, hits you right in the face with that second attack. He is going to use the jump kick after the second attack.
Okay.
So he's going to hit you right in the face, and then going for an uppercut, hits you right here and just more like a standing jump kick just to smack you off to the side. So for that second attack, 12 points of damage on the second attack.
Okay.
And is going to gain a 1 + 1 to his move meter. And he's going to shove you 15 feet. Which I believe is completely out of the ring. So I'm going to have you make a Dex saving throw.
Just your flat Dex, like your Dex modifier plus the D20?
Yeah.
21, 19 + 2.
So as he kind of just does this standing kind of right kick to your face, instead of getting kicked out of the ring, you just kind of hold on to the ropes for dear life as it almost knocks you out. You go, oh. You just like did not expect that barrage of hits as you're able to kind of center yourself and stay there.
So he is the champion after all.
But that is the end of his move, so it is your turn.
To be clear, all I have to do is win a win a grappling competition 3 times, and that's the pin.
Yeah. So to pin, we'll do contested strength checks for you to grapple him for a takedown, and then after you have the check to take him down, I have an attempt to try to break free. If I can't, then it goes back to you, and you'll have a chance to hold me down for 1, 2, 3.
Mr. Fiend bounces off the ropes and slides underneath his legs, moving still within his vicinity, and then jumps up and attempts to bring him down by the back of his neck.
So you're going to slide between his legs?
Yep.
All right, make a acrobatics check.
17.
17.
Oh, wait. I think my acrobatics might actually be higher than that, because I was just going off of... my Dex. No, it is just +2. Okay, yep. No, it is. It's a +7. Never mind. That's way higher. That's 19.
Okay.
19, I believe.
And also remember another rule for this. Once you get to 3/4 of your health, you start rolling at disadvantage.
3/4 or half?
3/4.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yep, 3/4 HP at threshold. Yep.
Yeah, but you have the advantage on, so they just be straight rolls.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to try to grapple this dude. Our strength throws.
All right, so you've gone under him, and you're trying to grab him by the back of the neck and hit down. So for a grapple, we'll do contested strength checks.
Okay. I got a 24.
26.
Motherfucker, this guy is strong.
So, because you missed, I can perform a reversal.
Okay.
UNT reverse. When a creature attempts to grapple you through a contest and you win the contest using athletics, you can expand your reaction to immediately grapple them.
Okay. Are we doing a grapple contest, or do they just got me now?
So this is a grapple. They just got you now.
Oh, okay.
Because you went to do this and they just grappled you, and now he has you behind your back.
Okay.
Yeah, so now you are currently grappled by him. And since he has a +1 from that move before, he is going to... First, as he's grabbing you, he's going to punch you in the rib cage.
Okay.
that's going to be 19.
Hit.
Hit. So that is 9 points of bludgeoning damage as he just hits you right in the side. And he's going to do he's going to do a roper choke as a bonus action. You can try to choke a creature grappled by you. The target must make a Constitution saving throw. If it is restrained, it makes a saving throw with disadvantage. On a failure, it takes bludgeoning damage equal to your strength modifier plus your plus your strength modifier until the grapple ends. So he's attempting to like grab you and like just put your neck on the rope and just like force you to get choked on it.
Okay.
So we're gonna have you make a Constitution saving throw.
That is going to be a 19, 17 plus 2.
19. So he goes over, kind of grapples you, and starts to move you towards the ropes and starts to force your neck on one of the ropes and attempting to just choke you out on it. Going, and you just get out you just kind of tighten your neck super, super taut so it can't be choked. But it's now your turn, so you have an attempt to break out of the grapple that he has you behind you currently. With contested strength checks.
Okay. Okay. I don't know how this works because he could have potentially beat me on this, but I crit. So it's 25. I don't know.
Let's go.
If it's like an auto win or if he still beats me if he rolls above a 25.
Unfortunately, these are checks that the mods do matter.
Okay.
And he rolled a natural 18.
Oh.
I don't think I could beat this guy, guys.
Mister, I just put 8K gold down.
I thought we were gonna have a similar build after that potion of Hill Giant Strength.
So he rolled a 25.
So same.
Oh, so roller wins, right? To break the grapple?
Yeah.
Cool, so I break the grapple.
So you got out of it as he guys you behind your waist. He kind of got taut. You go, ugh, and you just break out of it as he kind of falls back and somersaults back up to standing position.
Okay. Can I use any of those abilities for winning a grapple? For like breaking out of a grapple? Is that still considered winning?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to use the Wanty reverse then. When I break out, then I can do the same thing he did. I guess I break out and then do like the football spin around him and get him from behind.
Yep, so as you go, you just wrap around. Now you have him sort of behind that German suplex position.
Just pythoning him. And that was my action, right? To break the grapple? Or do I have something else? Okay. That's it?
So you currently have him. So he's going to try to get out of your grapple now as you're just going back and forth trying to reverse out of it.
Oh my god, if I could roll... I will never roll this well ever again. That's a 24. 19 plus 5.
You rolled a 21. You have him.
Yes!
Oh, let's go!
As he's just like, you kind of grab him, he's just thinking like, fuck this.
Uh-oh. Yeah, your ass is about to go over my head, bitch.
All right. So that was his action to try to break out. He can't break out. You now have him around the waist. What would you like to do?
Yeet him, fiend. That's a woke thing.
I am going to do the Goliath pin and wrestle him to the ground. As an action, you can try to pin a creature grappled by you. To do so, make another grapple check. If you succeed, you and the creature are both restrained until the grapple ends.
So you're basically grabbing him and doing a German suplex, just right on the back of his neck, and you're going to hold him there and try to pin him. So we're going to make another grapple check. Contested grapple check.
Jesus Christ. Okay, that is a 17 plus 5 is 22.
Got a 9.
Woo! Right on the back of your neck, boy.
Bam! So he's just, and the sheer weight of this goddamn Luxodon smacking on the back of his neck, the boom can be heard from all around. The whole tables shake, the glasses go back and forth. The bartenders have to like hold down the shelves as glasses are like falling off and bottles of liquors are just crumbling everywhere. And everyone in the whole place just goes, ooh, just like that looked like it hurt.
That looked like it hurt, and I love it.
So you are both restrained until the grapple ends.
And so I successfully pinned him like the 1 out of the 3 times.
So yeah, you went. So you pinned him, and that was a 1. You hear the ref go, 1. Well, actually, no, sorry. You did the pin, the move.
Yeah.
Now we'll do contested checks for the 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay.
You had to get them on the ground and hold them. That was the check is for, that you've got them on the ground, you've held them there. So now the ref is going to come by, as you have you both restrained, the ref is going to come by and start to put the hand down for the 1 count.
All right. So we got to do...
Just contested strength again.
Crit.
No!
25.
1.
Tarek is counting with the ref. 1.
17 plus 5 is 22.
22?
Yep.
Natural 19.
Damn it! Oh!
26.
Don't forget you have inspiration that you can
So it
add.
goes 1.
Oh, wait. I'm going to add that inspiration. Inspiration
So you
then.
got to beat 26.
That's a 4. That's a 26.
No. Wait.
2.
2. Tarek's slamming on the table, counting
Got
with
1 more check.
I'm never throwing you out. Dice? Sorry, I'm talking about dice.
Last check for
Oh,
the
last
final
check.
3.
Dude, oh my god. I don't think I got this one. That is an 18.
Let me just see.
13 plus 5.
Count faster, ref.
And your winner! New World Wrestling Champion of the North! And the guy just kind of comes on stage and is like, it's just Mr. Fiend? Is that what you want your wrestler name to be?
Just say fiend.
Fiend!
Yes, Fiend.
Fiend grabs the mic. Or whatever it is. And goes, I am the spell-slinging, whiskey-drinking, quest-blazing, guild-raising, stronger than an owl bear, faster than a buck, hottest thing to hit Bryn Shander, cause that woolly mammoth sucks.
And the whole crowd just goes insane as they clap.
Thaumaturgy to make it even.
as Batrag comes over with the belt that was around the Luxodon's waist, that's adorned in this nice gold plate with this kind of sort of angular face that's on the face of it with red leather straps. As he kind of puts it around your waist and he starts buckling it behind you and just starts wriggling it around, maybe like a little bit
Does
too
like the Superman.
Hell yeah.
I'll never roll like that again. And that was after he wrecked my teeth through my ass.
Griffin's crying.
Griffin is loving this.
Hell yeah.
Oh my
And-
god.
as that
Oh god.
happens.
Oh god.
Oh no, here it is. Oh, yep.
Tune.
Oh.
as everyone's reveling in this victory, just everyone's roaring. The feeling is palpable, and everyone's having just this best time they could ever have. Need you to roll a perception check, please.
It is a 14 plus 5 for a 19.
For 19. As everyone's cheering and you're roaring through the crowd, and everyone's just feeling this energy, and you're like, yeah. You notice that you can see your own breath. As clear as cigarette smoke.
We really had to bring that thing back here with us, didn't we?
And you suddenly, as the adrenaline is starting to calm down, and everyone around you is just cheering, it's almost like this revelation you're having. It makes everything kind of go into slow motion fashion. As you feel your skin just chill to the bone. And you kind of look around and you just have this feeling. The hairs in the back of your neck start to stand. And you look over at the windows and they are iced over. And icicles are dripping down the corners of the paned window.
Am I able to take an action quickly, like knee-jerk reaction sort of action?
Sure.
That I would in this scenario, and pull out the Summer Star and cast Control Weather.
Take out the Summer Star.
Oh no.
Confused. What weather did you want to change?
I'm gonna make it like springtime warmth and try to combat the cold. And I'm pretty sure I registered that the Frost Maiden already knows that I have this device when I was in eagle form and I saw the undead who was watching us. So at this point, I'm not concerned about subtlety.
You just see the ice and the fog that was kind of covering the glass start to melt and dissipate. The icicles just instantly drip and melt like wax on a hot flame. The heat the cloud from your mouth just goes away.
Events are no less dire, friends. I have done this for good reason. I suspect great evil afoot. And I'm gonna try and I'm gonna harsh their vibe. I'm gonna pull them out of their revelry. Because I'm scared.
What is that thing?
Tone. Put that thing away.
As you talk to your friends, you notice that the door to the casino is open.
What's going on?
No.
I'm confused. What is that?
Standing in the doorway is a very familiar figure to you, Toon. As this elegant, ethereal being is standing outside, silhouetted by this light aqua blue energy, this long flowing light blue white hair, big pointed ears, this kind of grayish skin adorned with this beautiful intricate winter material with this big billowing winter cape that has fur outlining this elaborate Eladrin design with these forearms that kind of this material that comes on the forearms down to here that's just covered in sort of snow and different sort of patterns with these sort of different linings on the skin coming from the brow and the face. And it is something or someone that you recognize instantly from your tribe all those years ago.
That's a lot.
As she is just standing in the doorway with hands like this. And then steps forward. Looks around.
Cameras in hand. Immediately.
I start like, I'm shook. I'm like backing away. I don't care if I'm cornering myself, but I'm just looking out like, no.
Tune, who is this?
Queen of Spite! Thralls of Winter, how could you do this? It cannot be. Witchcraft, devilry. I can't look.
Who is this?
Ramir's gonna stand up in front of Toon.
Same. Farrell's instantly in front of Toon.
Oh yeah,
Mace.
the hammer is out. Tarek's ready to go,
Hands are ready.
but he needs to know who this is.
Looks out to everyone in the casino and says nothing for a second. Looks everyone in the eye. Stand down. Everyone looking down at this woman suddenly relax all of their body muscles. No. And they all look at you, their pupils now glowing in that same blue energy that she is emitting, and they all just bow down on one knee, heart from side to side of the casino. Your time has come, Luxodon. She is waiting. And it's there, everyone, that we're going to end the session.
I knew it was coming. Oh, man.
I knew it was coming, and I'm still furious.
I'm traumatized.
I was about to say,
Welcome to the club.
Facing trauma.
Ow!
Well, everyone.
Hey, Griffin. First time.
I'm in physical pain.
That's funny.
That is going to do it for tonight's session of Beyond the Realms, everyone. Thank you so very much for hanging out with us tonight. Please come back this Wednesday at around 5:30 p.m. PST, if I'm not mistaken, because we got the Phalai or other D&D campaign that I am going to be a player on finally, and the great Jordy Rose is going to be DMing. We cannot wait, everyone. It's going to be freaking fantastic. So come on back this Wednesday. We're going to have fun. And welcome to the Frostbreakers tune.
God damn it. I was about to say, welcome. You experienced your first trauma.
Oh.
Welcome to pain.
So we're going to just have a nice night.
We're going to
be fun.
There's no beach episodes, John. We're not allowed to have
There's
one.
no beach episodes.
We're going to pick this up next
Monday.
week. Next Monday, same time, same channel. Come back, everyone. Shit's about to pick up even more. So we'll see you then, everyone. Thank you so very much. If you want to jump into the Dicecream Discord, hit that Discord button in the chat. We'd love to hang out with you. We share memes, give you all the updates of what we got going on here on the Twitch channel. And yeah, everyone, we'll see you next Monday.
Have a wonderful time.
Bye.